Hello and welcome, Rocket League fans! We are here and we are live on FBI Tugboat. I'm here with Juggle God, or Jug. Jug, how we doing?
I am doing well. Excited to be sharing the casting desk with you again. It's been a minute. Ready to, take a look at this conference championships that we got going today. We got 3 fantastic games ahead of us.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, plenty of high-powered, high-octane, high-skill Rocket League action coming to you folks. Now, starting this one off, St. Clair Saints gonna be taking on Lebanon Valley College. That has a 7-0. That's right, folks. An undefeated St. Clair Saints squad taking on Lebanon Valley College. We'll hop into this one, break it down a little bit more in just a minute, but just to give you guys an idea of what it is that you can expect. George Mason University is going to be coming in against Oakland next, and then RIT, the Rochester Institute of Technology, going to be taking on Davenport University a little bit later. This is conference championships here, Juggle God. I'm all here for it.
Yeah, and the great thing about this is these teams, they have all qualified for the next stage of the playoffs. This today is just going to help determine seeding. So all of these teams, you're going to be seeing them again, which is fantastic. And yeah, this is just somewhat for bragging rights, but definitely for seeding as well.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But thing is, nobody is going to be knocked out of this competition here on the day. They have all had fantastic records across that regular season, and they'll be looking to continue that on right here. Now, hopping right into this specific match, we'll take a look at the players in just a second. Look at the Saints first. Again, 6-0. Excuse me. I believe this is 7-0. And we have some good news for you folks. We will not be playing CSGO. We'll be playing a markedly better esport here on the day. That's Rocket League. It's Rocket League. Spoods, Christian, and Ramen making up your St. Clair Saints College squad. Lebanon Valley 5-2 from what I was told. This is me, Frenchie, Faithful, Magars, and Fuzzy Wuzzy. I heard they were a bear. Heard they was a bear.
Fuzzy Wuzzy, a name that strikes terror into the hearts of anyone.
Truly, truly. And at this point, if we are picking our favorite name on the day, I gotta say, I think you and I both kind of gravitated towards Fuzzy Wuzzy for a reason, based on nothing besides the quality of the name and if it makes us laugh or not. Fuzzy Wuzzy gonna be able to take it. I do like the crazy spelling of ramen, R-A-H-M-Y-N, but Fuzzy Wuzzy definitely gonna be taking that.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, a fan of Spoods as well. That one gets me. So kudos to you. So I think those are the top 3, right? Like if we're doing a name tier list here today, so it's gonna be Fuzzy Wuzzy and S tier for sure. But
absolutely,
we'll see. We'll see their prowess on the pitch here in just a few minutes. But yeah, I mean, what a season, or what a split rather, for St. Clair Saints. I mean, they're a fantastic program. Both of these programs are, and certainly they're looking to continue that flawless streak as we get ready to load into the game.
Yeah, only one thing to be done at this point. I do want to quickly give a shout out to our production staff on the day, Storm Warrior, Jacob, and Ravi, as well as all the organizations that do make this possible. We got Duncan, we got Corsair, we got St. Clair kicking this one off already. I can't in good faith move on without giving a shout out to all of those organizations. So Playfly as well, big shout out to them. St. Clair going up by 1 though.
Yeah, great shot to start things off. Very efficient as well. You're back at the kickoff. Faithful gets a nice demo to start things off, and Magars to be able to clear that one, but Ramen coming back in, keeping it alive. Spoods dropping it back into the corner, see if they can find a little follow-up. Spoods dunks it down, but Frenchie in the way, keeping it alive here for Lebanon Valley.
Yeah, so a little bit more defense they got to play here. An early Christian just kind of waiting in the wings right there. Almost. That's going to be a pass over to the left corner. A double commit, and that's going to leave St. Clair with a little bit of breathing room down the other side, the offensive side of this pitch. Now a kick up. Magars comes out. Frenchie trying to accept this one and does. Now off the wall. Plenty of boost to get this one done, but Christian has got his number.
Yeah, not going to end up converting that time. Just about a minute off the clock. Things seem to have stabilized here a little bit. Nice shot from Frenchie. clears the ball, finds the net from about 3/4 of the way down the field.
Now it's about as far as it gets. Middle of the pitch, all the way down. A gut shot here. 1 minute in, game is tied. No advantage either way. Faithful and the rest of the Lebanon Valley squad doing a great job to answer that one.
Going up. An aerial dribble, going to be ooped away. Magars comes in for the follow-up, but a nice clear from Rahman. Was a block right there. Frenchie lasers it towards the goal. Not going to find it this time, though. Good's able to center it, but Faithful finds it, keeps it kind of tied up, locked up in the corner for a moment. Rahman coming in to keep it in play, though, for St. Clair. One of these teams with a distinct advantage at the moment.
Up to it. There's a double commit. The Saints actually on the side of this one. Christian with a down bottom play. Tries to ground it. Doesn't happen. Spoods now running on this one out. A little bit of demo action. I don't think I count that high, Juggle God. We've seen at least a half dozen demos so far.
Yeah, we have. Honestly, we haven't said much about it yet, but it has been a very, very physical game from both of these squads so far. Spoods looking for a knocks it in. Faithful credited with the goal right there. Beautiful play to give Lebanon Valley an early lead.
Yeah, so that's not one but two now for Lebanon Valley. They're able to foist this one in across the hood of a defender, and they get nothing more than that front row seat. Now, be looking at this, and there's a third here for Lebanon Valley. St. Clair coming off the bye week, right? So,
yeah.
Situation right here, Jug, is that St. Clair 7-0 on regular season gets that bye week, the first round of these playoffs. I think that Lebanon Valley coming into this one at a 5-2 record. They did have to play last week, and they took a dub against Maryland. I think that confidence is showing right now. My God, 2-2, and I'm not talking about dresses. That's 2 shots, 2 goals in, as Faithful puts in their second for Lebanon Valley.
Yeah, this is just ridiculous coming out from Lebanon Valley at the moment. I mean, off of the demo for the first goal right there, I guess goal number 3. Christian, though, coming in. Nice shot.
What is...
Food's gonna start to climb back, though, having the lead.
Just incredibly high-scoring game already. We have 6 scores. 6 scores across the first not quite half of this game. We'll be looking at the rest of this one and seeing if St. Clair can come back, which... gotta say, it was not something I saw myself saying this morning.
No, it's not. Yeah, not with a record like that. But Lebanon Valley cannot take them lightly by any stretch of the imagination. Food's coming in for another shot, barely denied. Looking for a double tap here. Christian can be a little too high for him. Faithful now with a breakaway opportunity, but Spoods is gonna disrupt that in the corner. Rahman tries for a clear. Frenchie gets in the raid just a little bit. Christian finding it. Up in the air. Quite get a hold of it, get control of it. But Faithful helping to keep the pressure on here for Lebanon Valley. Drummond once again gets a nice pinch on the ground, doesn't go quite as far as they were hoping. Laser toward the goal, but Christian blocks it.
He can laser beam, like you said. Christian, nice kick up. Spoods trying to pick this one up. That's a little bit of an open net. Wow. Spoods is going to feed on that one. Nicely done. 5 shots. And that's a hat trick now for Spoods. Throw the cap on top. Christian playing that bodyguard role up front. Hit Frenchie. Didn't get to get the demo. Just got to get them out of goal.
Yeah, the bump was all that was needed there to disrupt that defense. Christian able to get the ball. The kick off Frenchie though. It's off the backboard. I'm driving up the wall there in the corner. Shot comes in. Magars though going to be denied. Spoods now in the corner looking to center it. Follow-up is there. Oh my gosh, everyone from Lebanon Valley just about missed it there. Now Frenchie's got a breakaway.
Well, back to the middle, Christian bouncing play. Magars forced to rotate fully all the way back right now. Spoods kind of fakes up for it, but it's going to be Rahman. Going to cook something to the right side. Shot up and down, and Spoods continues on their reign of terror. Somebody alert the authorities. Spoods on absolute rampage right now. That's a Texas hat trick 4 of them.
That's a Texas hat trick. I was not familiar with that terminology.
Everything's bigger in Texas, Jug.
Where do we go next? What's 5? Is it Alaskan? I don't know.
I guess Alaska is bigger than Texas. I can't argue with you there. I always thought that California is the second largest state too, by the way. Nope. It is Texas by a country mile.
Yeah.
Like, I knew it was Alaska's number 1, but
sure.
But I always figured that I don't know why. I think it's just because California is so elongated, whereas Texas is very, like, I don't know, kind of centralized. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. It's
geography of Texas, not the focus of this broadcast, guys. Sorry about that. 35 seconds left in a very close game, number 1. I'm like sitting here literally about to like Google it. Nah, but 30 seconds left on this one. No real advantage. I got to say, the ideal for Lebanon Valley is that they have found these 4 scores across their members, whereas Spoods has been the only striking force for the side of the St. Clair Saints. That tells me that this game is probably going to go to an overtime as Spoods doesn't get involved. Oh my goodness, excuse me. I saw this unfolding, I shut my mouth. Christian gonna be striking gold for the first time for the St. Clair Saints for a player that is not named Spoods. 122 kilometers per hour puts us at just about, what is that, like 75, 80 miles an hour or so, meaning, of course, that ball was breaking most American speed limits.
Yeah, that is true. Ramen. We get to see if they can put a little insurance on the board. With 1 second left to go, this is the last opportunity here for Magar. Spoods going to get in the way of it. We're going to ground the ball right here, but it actually pops back up in the air. Frenchie keeping it alive, at least for a moment. Magar's catches it on top of the car. This is able to convert it into anything, though, and what a first game here today on stream. I mean, 9 goals? Almost half of them from Spoods as well?
Yeah.
Like the entire lobby?
Yeah. I gotta say, if I'm coming out of this game 1, especially in a best of 7, I genuinely want to be Lebanon Valley. I want to be Magar Faithful or Frenchie. You can change my name on my birth certificate, folks, because the writing is on the wall right here. Simply take out Spoods. It is as simple as that.
Yeah.
It's the St. Clair Saints. I'm not saying like exposed or nothing like that, but you really can't make like an argument that this is a squad that is going to have the same exact performances in like a game 2 and then come out with a dub if you shut down Spoods. And that shutdown can come one of many different ways here.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, honestly, just get a little bit more physical, right? Let's see a few more demos or even just bumps, right? We saw a lot of them to begin with, honestly, during that first game in the first 2.5 minutes, first half of that game. But that kind of aggressive play really slowed down, I think, from both sides. So maybe a little bit more of that, you know, if you are Lebanon Valley.
Yeah, especially, and also it's like, it's not like Spoods did this on one side, and then Lebanon Valley had a player that did the same kind of thing that had like 5 goals or something like this out of their total 6. This is an incredibly well-rounded Lebanon Valley squad when you talk about offense, and that's Lebanon Valley a striking first yet again.
They are very good off the kickoff, especially today. Beautiful pass there from the side center. Magars finds it with no problem. We head back to the kickoff. 7 seconds in. Kristen with a nice breakaway here. Frenchie trying to drop backward, but Kristen gonna get the tires on it. Frenchie with a little bit of a clear. Small double commit there. Magars dropping backward, but Ramen actually picks it up at about the midfield. Spoods going for an aerial dribble. Not enough to keep up with it, though. The fall down below him. Ramen picks it up again. For a pass in from the center. Shot. Actually on goal. Christian keeping it alive. To pinch it, dunk it down below him. Gonna fight his Spoods with the center again, but Frenchie gonna be able to block it. Ramen again, keeping it alive. St. Clair's putting on a lot of pressure here. Nothing has materialized yet. Looking for a follow-up off the backboard here. Look, it's cleared to about midfield, but Ramen finds it. Agar's, though, going to pick it up with an aerial dribble shot on goal, but Christian gets in the way once again.
Yeah, so a fantastic job by Christian, just simply being annoying and getting in the way right there. That can usually be enough to throw monkey wrench into the plans of an offense or a defense. Now, Frenchie, right there. Ramen is cooked. And we'll be respawned back here in just a minute. Christian once again kicks this one out. Spoons up high. Not going to be enough right there. As Frenchie gets a fantastic pass. Magar is looking to cut this one across the middle again. Nope, just succeeds in cutting this one to the left side so they don't get scored on.
Frenchie now. Even in a play, nice. Pass off the backboard. Faithful is going to be towards the center to try and pick it back up. Doesn't quite get it where they want it, so Frenchie drops it off the backboard. Magars decides not to go for it quite yet. Tries to get the way of Christian. If they could maybe get a rebound back into the goal right there, but none to be had this time around. Ooh, Ramen. Ooh. Almost able to just dribble it into the goal right there. Couldn't quite cut that corner sharp enough, though. And I gotta tell you, we're almost what, 2 minutes 40 seconds in here. We had what, 6 goals?
Yeah,
at this point.
I was literally just about to say that. Yeah, at this point right now, we had 6 total scores, not just 1. Lead of 1, no real lead indeed, but Lebanon Valley will take it. That's how this game ends. I just don't see that happening. What a block! Wow. No, Ramen gets the second tap right here. We're a second outside of halftime, and the St. Clair Saints have tied this one back up. Oh,
that is beautiful. I just need to see this again. I mean,
literally.
Ends up just rolling off the defender there. I thought there was another player that came up on that. But no, Ramen able to get the double tap off the defender.
All that a one and done right there. Solo player offense. Easy stuff. Now we got a big kick outside. Faithful right there tries to seal the deal in early. If there's one thing that Lebanon Valley does know, it's quick and early goals, though, Jug.
Yeah, it certainly is. At least 3 of them, I think, have come off of kickoffs. Maybe even 4 at this point. 4 out of the, what, 5 goals we've seen here coming out from Lebanon Valley?
Think so.
Oh,
shot over. Bam. Ramen looked a little bit dangerous there for a second. No harm, no foul, though.
We've taken out Faithful, gives a little bit of an opportunity here. More so just to clear the ball. They weren't necessarily in a position to follow up on anything, make any kind of aggressive plays. Ramen, though, now. Nice dribble along the wall, but Frenchie gonna pick it up. Thinks about going up for it. Ooh! Number of Lebanon comes in last moment, steals it away. Ball now finding its way to the midfield. Boots once again keeping it in play, looking to center it right here. But Magar gets in the way once again. Christian out this time. Only a few demos still. Both of these teams kind of playing pretty respectful.
Ooh, what was that?
What a beautiful shot off the backboard.
How many goals is that for Spooge now? It was 4 in the first one, now 1 here. That's going to be 5 across these 2 games. Yeah, that's going to equal out the Lebanon Valley total.
Yeah, that is. Actually, and still just about half the goals that have been scored so far in this series. On the way of Spoods. 1 minute remaining now, Tugboat. St. Clair just needs to hold on to this lead for a few more seconds. They're doing a good job keeping the pressure on, keeping the ball in Lebanon Valley's side of the pitch as well. Just what you want to do, run out the clock. Nice aerial dribble. To be disrupted, though, by Faithful.
Ooh! Oh, wow. What a shot. What a shot. Just getting up here and interrupting progress. That's Christian, as Frenchie was just trying to get up here. Bounce it back down, possibly even Faithful or so, but just like that, we got an insurance goal purchased here, Jug. Call up Progressive. Hit up Jake over there at State Farm, the Gecko Geico, something. You need a policy written, because we're up by 2 for the St. Clair Saints.
Yeah, they got to be feeling great about that. 20 seconds left to go. Lebanon Valley needs a bit of a miracle to make things happen here. Of course, crazier things have been seen in Rocket League. Who's dropping back for it? 10 seconds left to go. This is all but over. Christian looking for a double tap here. Finds it. And St. Clair Saints now with a commanding lead and only seconds to go.
Yeah, that's a 2-piece right here for Christian. And how interesting is it that we start out with Lebanon Valley striking first, just like they did in game number 1. And that's the St. Clair Saints coming roaring back in every way, shape, and form.
1 second left to go. This one is over. So St. Clair, they got half the games that they need here today to come away with a win. So Lebanon Valley, they got their work cut out for them. They were looking great in game 1, but fell short a little bit here. Outside of that early goal, nothing else really materialized for them.
5 saves as well. My goodness.
Yeah.
And that's 10 shots versus Lebanon Valley's 3. Yeah, the Saints just pitching much more of like a shutout on this one. You know, something that like yes, they actually did get the score, but they weren't able to go forth and get a whole lot done after that one, Jug.
No, they weren't, and something I touched on a little bit during that last game was that St. Clair just kept so much pressure this time on the goal on Lebanon Valley. I mean, the ball was on that side of the pitch more often than not, and certainly Lebanon Valley got it away from their goal, got it down towards the other side of the field, but it wasn't consistent enough, I really think, to generate many opportunities on goal, and those that were there, St. Clair was able to easily defend.
Yeah, and, especially when we're talking about like offenses and defensive sides of this ball, I think that St. Clair just was able to pick up the defense like a lot better. This could be a type situation where the Lebanon Valley squad came in hot, came in practice, came in on the day, having already played, got their warm up on in. The St. Clair Saints hadn't. I think that'd be a perfect explanation of why we see like a bare minimum win in game 1, and then a little bit more of a definitive win in game number 2. I hope that we will see a little bit of extra Rocket League, that we will not end this one in a quick 4-0, but I think we look for marked improvement here, Juggle God, and I think that's the St. Clair Saints that have done that up to this point.
Yeah, they certainly have. I mean, 5 goals first game, 4 goals second game. They're playing very consistently right now. I mean, I think that's one big thing that you can say too. And 30 seconds in, Lebanon Valley, they missed that early goal opportunity that we've seen come their way so many times. The St. Clair actually tripled up on the ball there right in front of the goal. Doesn't seem to have bothered them too much as Rahman gets another shot in. Dude pinches it off the wall, is able to chase it in the air too. But Rahman comes in, takes the shot. That was honestly, I don't know if it meant to be a fake there from Spoods, but it was a beautiful one if it was.
Yeah, Spoods was just coming down here. I think he actually had Faithful in their sight lines right there, kind of aiming down the scope at them. Just had to get the bump onto them. Just figured they were going to go for the bump on them. Didn't even really need it on the backside, though. Christian now rolling this one out. Shot over. Faithful barely gets down to that one. Maybe thanking the gods above for that one.
Yeah, that was beautifully done by Faithful. I mean, last moment save. Nice pitch there from St. Clair as well. But Frenchie with the ball. The bounce off the wall, gets centered just a little bit. Faithful coming in for it, but Spood's able to bounce it away. That's off the backboard, but Magar is going to pick it up, go for an aerial dribble. Going to be disrupted. I believe that was Spoods coming in from above. Yes, it was. And now Rahman with an opportunity. The small dribble there looks to get a double tap. Quite have enough room to make it happen that time. With Spoods with the shot. Frenchie with the save that time. Lebanon Valley has had some beautiful saves in this game
Really have. Yeah, Lebanon Valley obviously has had plenty of opportunity to play on the defense. Magar is trying to get this one on and over. But, I mean, just like you said about the last game, this is Lebanon Valley that has spent 80% of this game so far on the defensive side.
Yeah, and we're just about halfway through this one. Again, 20 seconds or so. Spoods, again, keeping it in play. Or St. Clair. There's a clear. There have been actually a few clears, I feel like, from Lebanon Valley. But that's been almost the extent of a double demo. Not going to be in on goal, though, so that's going to tie things up and allow the rest of the members of Lebanon to respawn. Not too much harm done to that time around. Magar's picking it up in their corner. Nice job dancing around some of those defenders.
Boy.
Gets demoed, though. The way down the field. Faithful there to block it.
Nicely done. Yeah, St. Clair has definitely got their demo game on lock. Redirect across the middle. Almost there, but Rahman saves it last second. Now sending this one kicking down to the Lebanon Valley squad again. I mean, we talk about this ball spending just a little bit of time in the Lebanon Valley offense. Well, it spends even less time in the mid-pitch. Christian right there. Second shot, first goal.
And a good job by Frenchie from blocking that first one, but just, I mean, you're stopped there right in front of your goal. No momentum, not much of a way to move around and get the ball. So fortunately for them, ball goes past, but fortunately for St. Clair, they make it 2-0. And they're looking better every single game right now. I mean, look at this beautiful goal right off the kickoff once again from Rahman.
Fifth shot, second goal made in. Brahman. What's the Woody meme? Hold up, let him cook. It was everything that they needed to right there. St. Clair now on a 3-score run. Lebanon Valley, especially their early scoring opportunities where they go forth very early, put up a goal or two. That situation is over with. It's a thing of the past.
Yeah, St. Clair's just looking stronger every game they play here right now.
Leveling up. Seriously.
Yeah. Mac always has to drop back for it. Again. Rahman picks it up, stealing it away from him. Lebanon Valley's getting control, but I think they need to turn things around a little faster. Double tap not going to be there this time. Macar's picks it up in about midfield. Looks for a center. Goes off the backboard. The follow-up just a little wide.
Yeah, Magar's just a little bit too high on that, just coming in. I mean, they had to come in fast and loud to get past these defenders, but that's going to be enough. Or that was not going to be enough, excuse me. Defender got there. Frenchie, though! Knows the language. Love it. 55 seconds to go here. This lead cut down to 2. Now, this is still a St. Clair Saints lead now, folks, but as we know, lead of 2, the most dangerous lead in the great game of Rocket League.
We're back to the kickoff, and this is where Lebanon Valley does shine. These first few seconds here. It tells a lot. This time, St. Clair coming away with control. That window of opportunity that Lebanon likes to take advantage of is gone. Just to keep the pressure on, but Frenchie able to get the ball around him. Rahman comes in. The follow-up. While getting caught up in the corner, though, does find its way out, and now Faithful once again with a breakaway here. 30 seconds remaining. Tugboat. Certainly not impossible, especially with shots like that coming in, but save from Spoods was magnificent.
Continued offensive pressure there for the Saints against Lebanon Valley. Spoods cuts this one back over, walking the dog on the inside. That's going to be a block. And without a goal, like literally right now for Lebanon Valley, that's going to be a game number 3. The Saints putting together 1, 2, and 3 together right here. And that's going to be a lead of 2 on this game number 3. Possible last game coming in just a second.
Yeah, and what a showing as well. This time, actually, I want to talk about some of these saves from Lebanon Valley because 5 of them this time around. And some of them, I mean, were just last moment. The timing on them was just incredible. We saw a few from St. Clair as well, but honestly, the saves from Lebanon Valley were exceptional this time. Not enough, though, to just get saves to give you the game, so St. Clair running away with it again. And this time, Rahman coming up with most of the goals. First time Spoods hasn't gotten any. I think that's an interesting little asterisk right there. So definitely great showing from St. Clair. And this time, more of the players getting in on the action.
Yeah. Speaking of action, this action, these competitions don't happen without the help of our sponsors and whatnot. Want to give a shout out to Playfly. Again, just making esports a simply better place. Dunkin', America runs on Dunkin'. Guys, if you don't want to find out about Dunkin' Donuts, well, just Google it. I'm sure there's one near you. If you're in Boston, all you really have to do is turn around, honestly. Corsair, higher level esports hardware. You can check out what they're doing on their Twitter and their website. Monster, there's Unleash the Beast. Been a popular energy drink for about 20 years. I guess just Google 7-Eleven on that one. BetterHelp, as well as Mavix, CDW, and Extra Life. Extra Life, actively making the world a better place by helping sick children. Jug, I challenge you to come up with a better cause.
I'm not even going to try. There is no better cause.
I've challenged viewers, cowcasters, production members for years. A better cause than making the world a better place by helping sick children. Nobody's been able to do it so far. Christian is able to come in first. What they're able to do is get the first score in here for St. Clair yet again.
Yeah, beautiful job. Dropping it in off the backboard. One defender gets in the way, but that's not enough to stop the likes of Christian. We'll find ourselves back at the kickoff. All careens down towards Lebanon Valley side of the pitch. Christian, though, back at it. Picks the ball up. The pinch off the wall. Dude's looking to follow it up. At least disrupts. Aggressive momentum there from Lebanon Valley. Jaguars.
This is
quite able to settle it.
This is the most offensive pressure that St. Clair has seen in an early game. I think outside of a game 1, this is exactly what Lebanon Valley needed. Whatever conversations they had in between that game 3 and game 4 was on the money. Now another big defensive clear the other way. Not sure where that one was going. Well, it doesn't matter when Frenchie's just completely whiffs like that.
Yeah, 1 minute down. Shot comes in. Demo. Opportunity here. Frenchie driving it back down the pitch. Not going to be able to find anything. Christian with the centering shot. Rahman looking to follow it up. Takes an unfortunate bounce, though, off the top of their car. Must just that one just a little bit. Foods, though, going to keep it in play. Magars comes up. Successful challenge, but Rahman equalizes. Does it back down the pitch towards Christian, who's going to try and center it once again. Foods finds it. But Faithful with a beautiful clear. Bounces it off the backboard. Looks for the double tap. Isn't able to convert it, but Frenchie finds it.
Okay.
Making the game one apiece.
Yeah, so this is an early tie right here. 2 seconds outside of pie time. So 3-1-4. Faithful actually almost like blocked this one away here. If anything, some of the Lebanon Valley members are getting like just a little bit antsy than just covering almost too many parts of this pitch.
And when that happens, that's when double commits occur. It's when you leave yourself open. Of course, St. Clair are going to take advantage of any kind of opportunity like that. Nice clear there from Magars. Rahman was in a dangerous position right there. But she looks for a shot, but going to be disrupted. Spoods picks it up, clears it out towards the side. Faithful picks it back up there. Rahman sitting right there in the middle, waiting for it. It's out to the side. Spoods picks it up once again. Tries to follow it up on their own, but misjudges it just slightly, and Faithful finds the ball back in the midfield to pitch it off the wall, but it doesn't go very far. So Rahman instead drops it down. Opportunity here. The follow-up is not there. Spoods comes in. Faithful denies.
Yeah, so a little bit past halftime now. This is so dangerous. Christians gets it in thanks to Spoods and only Spoods. Christian, second shot attempted, second goal in, but you will view it, dear viewer, as Spoods on the right side taking out the last defensive bastion of hope for Lebanon Valley.
1 goal deficit here for Lebanon. Certainly not anything that they cannot overcome. Christian, though, look to put a little insurance on the board. Won't find it this time. Pinch off the wall from Spoods. Centers it, but Regar is going to be able to pick it up. For an aerial dribble. Drops it down in front of the net. A little bit of a double commit there from St. Clair, but clear comes in. Spoods looks to deflect it, redirected into the goal. Goes a bit high, though, so now Frenchie has an opportunity. They have to get around a couple defenders, though. Doesn't quite center it as far as they need to, so Faithful unable to follow up.
Speaking of following up, that's Faithful.
Ooh.
Oh, man, still getting a hit on over there and forcing the hand of the defender. That's a solid shot. A little redirect action, and Magars. We've seen what Magars can do with the early goals in that game 2, 3, and 4, or 2 and 3, excuse me. Spoods, though, brutal. Spoods was getting forced a little bit of a drought right there, a little bit of scoring drought, but Frenchie off the back of a really weird defensive clear is just going to set this one up, and St. Clair pushes this one to a 2-goal lead.
A minute and a half. Lebanon's going to have to turn things up, and that is one way to do it. They're Christian off the field, but they're going to spawn right next to the goal. Almost goes in. What an angle coming out there from Lebanon Valley, but just not enough to make it past those crossbars.
Big weird hit over to the left side. St. Clair's going to be able to cover this one up. And now a shot. No, Faithful running it down. That's as open net as you get, my friend.
See, now that's about as complicated of a shot as I ever make in Rocket League. You know, that's me right there. That's me feeling it, putting my all into it.
Just running it right down with. Yeah, well, the worm chaser, as they call it. Yeah. Worm chaser.
But hey, you know, gets the job done. Gets the job done, rather. As Ramen tries to pick it back up. Spoods gonna get it for a save there, preventing the tie ball game here. Tugboat. Christian finds the ball above the backboard. Not able to catch up with it, though, so still in play here. Lebanon Valley, but only for a moment as Spoods is able to catch up to it. Aerial dribble here towards the goal. Gets a little too high off the wall. The ceiling. So Christian gonna follow up with it. 30 seconds left to go. This is Lebanon Valley's last chance.
In the last bastion of hope here, Jug.
Ooh.
That was a really weird hit from Spoods. A little bit more centered. This had been insurance goal, and we can say nighty-night to LVC. As it is, they have about 10 seconds right now for Magars to pick this one up. That's the wrong way. Frenchies tries. Yeah, like a hit on and over would have been enough. Now we get a volleyball type situation. Hits ground. 3-2 is how game number 4 goes on this one. The St. Clair Saints have done it. And this was 4-0 fashion, and some of it was a little bit more definitive than we'd have expected.
Yeah, and just beautiful opportunities generated the entire way through from St. Clair. So definitely deserving of that 7-0 regular season record. Coming in with another win here today, keeping that record spotless, so shiny, so clean.
So fresh and so clean. FBI Tugboat, Juggle God, we're going to go to a break very briefly to try and get a little post-game interview action set up for y'all. When we return, a member from the St. Clair Saints squad to come on in and give us a minute of their time after the game. Be right back. Hello and welcome back, folks. We're here. Nay, Star League continues. I'm FBI Tugboat. I'm here with Juggle God, and we got Spoods to come on in here and give us a minute of their time after the game. Spoods, how you feeling?
I'm good, guys. How are you?
I'm pretty damn good. I am not coming off a 4-0 win over the side of Lebanon Valley in the first playoff match that I actually played. Right, you guys had a bye week last week. Let's hop right on into this. Spoods, you were the offensive powerhouse of this matchup here on the game. I think that's just a fair assessment. 5 scores across the first 2 games right here. But as we can see, the score line in game 1 and game 2 very, very different. That was a 4-5 squeaker. You guys barely squeaked by there in game number 1, and then it was 1-4 to follow that one up. The largest lead that you guys accrued across this competition. What changed in game 1 and game 2? Simple question.
I think they kind of caught us off guard. They were better than we thought they were going to be for sure, and they were just sending it. Like they were no respect, so to speak. But no, they're definitely like a good team. I think we just needed to adjust to the insta challenges from them, and then once we had that down, we were good.
There you go. There you go. Come out firing, and just St. Clair Saints maybe not expecting that out of Lebanon Valley. Juggle God.
So I want to ask you, what were some of the adaptations that you had to make as the series went on? Because of course, like Tug just said, you scored 5 goals in those first games, but then kind of slowed down for you. So saw a little bit of a kind of a stylistic change. What was the adaptation that you all had to make to kind of continue to put forward those numbers, despite you not necessarily being the score leader in those last 2 games?
Yeah, I think, like I said, they were really aggressive. I think for me in particular, after game 1, I just started to like bump them a lot more. We were playing a little more off-ball oriented and just kind of letting them do their thing at some points. Yeah, I think all of us started to bump them a lot more. Tried to play our game. I know we were a little bit like, we were a little locked out, like frustrated in the first match. As the series went on though, and we got used to it, we figured out how they played. Just more demo heavy, I think, was the biggest thing though.
And I got it back to you, Tugboat.
Yeah, so at this point, Spoods, I want you to talk to me a little bit about the St. Clair Saints program over there. Maybe something that you guys have done recently, something on the horizon for the Saints, or really just anything about the progress the esports program has made over there recently or in the past couple years.
Interesting. Yeah, I'll do my best to be an ambassador. I mean, as you guys may or may not know, I know we have, I mean, I'm playing in it right now, but we have a pretty decent facility now that we've built up. I know for the future, we're going to be having a lot more scholarships offered to different people. We're looking to have a pretty solid recruitment year. No, I think watch out for us in all titles. I know Valorant right now, we're very impressive. Rocket League, I think we're going to be even better next year. I think overall, we're definitely someone to watch out for. So yeah, keep your head up.
Keep your head up and your eyes open. That's what Spoods has got to say. Last question here. As we know, Spoods, no dub is taken alone. I want to ask if you have any shout-outs, sir.
Of course, yeah. Shout out to my mom. She's always in the chat watching and supporting. You guys may have seen her.
Hey.
Shout out to my teammates, of course. Love playing with these guys. Our resilience is always important in these games. Shout out to Saints Gaming for giving us a platform to compete in this wonderful arena that we're in. And that's about it I got for you guys. Thanks for the interview, though. I appreciate it.
Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem. We will look forward to doing it again, Spoods, but only if you win, because we only have winners in my interview box, okay?
We'll do our best.
There you go. Hey, I'll hold you to it. I'll hold you to it. Appreciate you. FBI Tugboat, Juggle God will be back with you guys in just a little bit. When we return, some more NACE Star League Conference playoff action. Hello and welcome back. Short break it was indeed, because we keep our promises here at the Naystar League. I'm FBI Tugboat. I'm here with my man Juggle God, and we got match 2 of 3. Got a bunch of best of 7s here on the day. Second one needs to get started in just a second here, Juggle God.
Yeah, and you know, like we said before, in case you missed the beginning of the broadcast, these teams have all qualified for the next stage of the playoffs, right? So a lot of this, yes, it is for pride, but there is seeding to be considered as well as we move into the playoff bracket coming up in this next week. So these players still going to be playing their heart outs. They want to keep these records nice and shiny, and they want to put their best foot forward pushing into the playoffs.
Absolutely, absolutely. We got coming up here, take a look at the schedule. You guys can see what exactly it is that we're about to see here, and we're going to see next. Taking a look. St. Clair College going to be putting down LVC, that is the Lebanon Valley College, 4-0 fashion. Now George Mason University coming on into here. George Mason out of Fairfax County, Virginia. You were correct, Juggle God. Taking on Oakland University. Now, I'll let you get one guess where Oakland University is at.
The third largest state in the U.S., California.
Wrong! Oakland University out of Oakland County, Michigan. To be fair, I was baiting you a little bit. To be fair, I was baiting you a little bit. Alrighty. Alrighty. The Rochester Institute of Technology, from which you are an alum, correct?
Yes, I am, as a matter of fact. And George Mason, yeah, was right down the road from where I grew up. I grew up in Roanoke, Virginia, so definitely heard a lot about that school, heard a lot about that town. So yeah, very, very excited about both of these upcoming matches, especially considering, yeah, the record a lot of these teams have. But let's take a look at these rosters for the next 2 squads.
Yeah, speaking of, right, George Mason University coming on in a perfect 7-0 for GMU. Oakland University out of Michigan going to be looking at a 6-1 record. Taking a look. Players on the day, I'll run through George Mason. If you would do Oakland University, sir, we are looking at Josher Squasher, Titanium, Devon, and JK.
And on the side of Oakland University from Michigan, we have Raz, Whale, Jay Wismont, Mega, and Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom. Now, to go forth and rank our player names based on nothing more, absolutely nothing more than just what they make us feel like, and if we like it, make us laugh or whatever. I'm definitely going Josher Squasher. That is 2 words I've never heard rhymed before. Definitely Josher Squasher. Gotta say, I do like Tysonic Boom or Tisonic Boom. That sounds like a real thing, but I do not believe that it is. Yeah,
Tisonic Boom actually gets my vote. I'm gonna go with them because I have to know what a Tisonic Boom is. I know what a Sonic Boom is, but what is a Tisonic Boom? Is it faster than the speed of to sound?
Maybe so. Maybe so. But yes, an undefeated George Mason University squad. Now, we've already gotten this kind of scoreline on, like an undefeated team taking on another squad, but that was a 7-0 Saints squad taking on LVC at 5-2.
Whoa.
That's going to spell out a little bit more of a closer game, at least on paper. In this matchup, we got Dev and the rest of the George Mason University Patriots going down to do battle.
Patriots, that was actually my mascot in high school as well. The parallels, they keep on happening, the similarities. But the similarities stop there because I am hot garbage at this game, which is why I'm in the casting booth.
That's fair. That is fair. Yes, there is a solid reason why we are on this side of the casting booth, folks.
But I've been impressed with the Patriots so far. They put a lot of pressure early on. Very early scoring opportunity as well. Just misjudged that shot a little bit. And now that things are kind of underway, Oakland has actually come back in a pretty strong way. They've been pushing pretty aggressively, keeping the ball, for the most part, on the Patriots side of the pitch.
Oakland goes forward, takes this serious. This will be an upset a little bit. George Mason similarly having a bye week last week, I do believe, as they came in undefeated. Whale, big pop play. Dev should be able to pick this one up and does. That's decently centered as well, and Roz knows the name of the game. A double commit over here. Dev down bottom trying to beat feet to get to it and does. An attempted pass, but now Oakland and Whale and the rest beating their own feet to get down to the bottom. Jay Swismont, nice positioning right here. Just not cheating up early, really respecting this Patriot squad.
Ooh, Titanium able to the aerial dribble over one of the defenders as well from Oakland. Dev drops it back for a nice save. Jay Swismont goes up. Nice centering ball, but Josher Squasher can be right there to keep it out of harm's way. Well, picks it up once again. Towards the midfield. The aerial contest comes in. Joshua Squash with a laser beam of a shot. Be denied by Raz, though.
Yeah, 2 minutes into this one, and there are no scores on this board so far. Joshua Squasher, solid attempt. Whale forcing the hand. Going to get a save with an epic on top. Now, Raz down bottom. Hits this one. Just kind of foisted towards the middle. It's a little ping-pong play until Joshua Squasher has got something to say about it.
Yeah, that was a beautiful read on the ball from Joshua Squasher. I mean, Titanium sets this up beautifully. Squasher just dunks it in. Passing a shot. Doesn't get much simpler than that and gets the job done here to give us our first goal.
Infield passes, my man. Infield passes. This one happens a little bit later, and that was an interesting series of whiffs.
Right?
An unfortunate series of whiffs, like the books, right?
Yeah, exactly. Love that series. That's what I read. That's how I learned how to play this game.
There you go.
But Dev keeping it in play here for the Patriots.
Ooh.
Another shot comes in. Gonna be barely denied there. That was a buzzer beater, goal beater, line beater. I don't know what you call it. Regardless, did not go in.
I've seen entire lunar eclipses that were more full than that. My God, Dev Knight now again passes and passes into points. Juggle God, Joshua Squasher, the selfless play, 131 kilometers per hour is going to put us at just about 85 miles an hour, meaning again that ball is breaking speed limits. Might pull it over, give it a ticket. You'll drop it once you go to court anyway.
At least they should, right? On your first ticket, right?
Exactly.
You hope.
It's been a responsible ball.
Ooh,
oh my God! Talk about.
Yeah, Jay Wismont. Wow. Go ahead, Tugboat.
No, seriously. Talk about taking this one away. Hey, you don't need infield passes when you got players like Jay Swismont finding cutaways like that in the middle. Oakland just like that. Michigan team going to be cutting this lead to 1.
Titanium picking it up, though, pretty quick off the kickoff. Nice centering pass. That's the way they've gotten it done in the past. Dev comes in just a little bit behind. That pass unable to get a good shot. Complete shot off. Joshua Squasher bouncing off the backboard. Dev is there to follow up. The defense follows up a little quicker.
Whale. Or actually, we've been saying this wrong. It's not whale, it's whale! As if like you're like spotting it. Right?
Right, yeah. Yeah, you're
like land ho, arr, a whale. RGB. Ooh, Jay Swismont. Nice stop. Nice stop.
Titanium, though, gets caught up in the corner a little bit. Does keep it in play, though, for the Patriots. We're up 2-1. A little over a minute left to go here. Is Titanium again keeping it in play, but Wismont knocks it down. Raz keeping it back in that corner. Now breakaway. Whale looking to convert it. Pops the ball up a little bit high, though. Ball goes a little wide, too, so no chance for the double tap there. And now the clear happens. Joshua Squasher centers it, takes the shot, and scores.
My God. Yeah, A definitive score indeed. Look at like just how fast Joshua Squasher is actually coming at this. Gets the nose down, then the nose back up. That's gonna be enough for the Patriots squad to find their own insurance goal. Geico, Jake from State Farm, whoever, the progressive guy that says mayhem like me. I can't remember the name of the character. Whatever it is, the policy has been drawn up and signed.
You know, if there's one thing I can say about you, Tugboat, it's that you know your insurance commercials.
Yes. Plenty of useless daytime television. Speaking of useless,
wow,
that is not Dev right there. That's making the defense look useless right here for Oakland. Watch this ball handling just capabilities, man. That's just crazy, dude.
That was ridiculous. I mean, it gets the double tap so late. For that, not the double tap, but the flip reset for that so late. And yeah, the maneuvering around that ball, that was ridiculous. What a showcase right there. And, you know, I was going to say, actually, that the Patriots, all of the goals that they have scored have been very simple, right? But I think that's a sign of a great team as well, right? To be playing at such high of a level and to make it look this simple and this easy really speaks to their prowess. And then Dev comes in with just a beautiful technical shot like that as well. Huge props to this GMU squad.
Yeah, and to be 100% clear, at least I think so, you're not saying simple in like a bad way. You're saying simple like a more methodical, like classic Rocket League way, right?
Exactly.
Just like literally like boiling it down to basics.
Yeah, their foundations, like the foundation of their gameplay is there. And when you can, you know, you don't have to rely on the big flashy stuff when if you all you need is the basics, right? These foundational principles to get the job done, then kudos to you. And again, especially at this high of a level.
That's what they used to say back in school. KISS, K-I-S-S. Keep it simple, stupid. Okay, and that worked for me. That worked for me. That is 12 total shots here for George Mason versus Oakland's 4. This is a continued proportion that we can monitor to kind of see not just time of possession, but also a number that usually goes in correlation with our shots attempted right here. If I'm Oakland, the simple fact is, writing is on the wall. You simply have to possess this ball a little bit more. Oakland spent the vast majority, Juggle God, in their defensive half.
Yeah, they did. There was, honestly, at the beginning of that match, I felt like they were doing a really good job of kind of keeping the pressure on, and George Mason didn't necessarily quite know how to keep it out of their side of the pitch. But during all that time, right, they didn't allow a goal. They didn't allow anything to go through. And as the match went on, they just looked stronger and stronger. They figured out, you know, what was going on kind of in their backfield, and were able to just run away with it after that.
See if they can continue that marathon. That is gonna be Patriots coming out here against Oakland for game number 2.
I believe our feed is frozen here in the casting booth. I'm not sure if that is going to be the case on this stream as well. But what we can tell you right now is there's at least 5 players on the screen.
Yes, there's going to be 6 different players, 2 teams, 5 minutes, 4 corners, 1 Rocket League ball. We'll get this one back on into you in just a second. Again, want to give you guys a little bit of premise in case you're just more recently tuning in here. The 7-0 George Mason University squad came through here. They faced a bye week last week. They purchased that. You know, it's not something they were given by any means. They purchased that bye week right there. Not going to have to worry about injuries in the midweek, right? No. Oakland coming in here 6-1. They did have to play last week. Obviously, that was a W. Otherwise, we wouldn't necessarily see them right here. And the loser of this best of 7 series is not going to be eliminated from the playoffs whatsoever. Like Jug was detailing here earlier, this is for seeding, folks.
Yeah, and of course, seeding is very important, right? You definitely want to put yourself on the best foot forward, give yourself the best way to take yourself to the grand finals, right? Those championships, which are down the road sometime in April, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah.
So
seeding very important.
Still play for. Yeah,
seeding very important, Jug. Just ask the trees.
exactly.
There you go.
And the Lorax, you know. It's
there you go. It's classic. Those are some of the best books. Like kind of teach you about life a little bit, right? And it's sad. Like it is kind of like the Lorax one, just talking about constantly using things up. But hey, you guys did not tune in for philosophical time and waxing that way for Tugboat. We're gonna go to a very short break while we get this game set back on up. If we are not able to get back into the game, we'll at least bring you guys results. We're not gonna leave you high and dry. We're not gonna leave you high and dry. FBI Tugboat, Juggle God, Back with you guys in just a second. Hello and welcome back. We here at Star League have learned the principal law of entertainment. You must give the people what they want. You cannot give it to them all at once. So that's why we didn't give you the first 3.5 minutes of this game. No, just messing around, just messing around. 1-0 lead here for the Patriots here in game number 2. They are up 1-0 in the series as well, Jungle God.
A slim lead, a slim margin of victory here that they are looking at. 20 seconds left to go in Oakland. That's an opportunity, but Josh and Squash are going to try and squash that into the ground. Jay Wismont for centering pass off the backboard. Raz is going to be over in the other corner. Looks to center it as well. Gets around one defender, but Titanium is there. Keeping in play. Raz with a demo shot. Ooh. Comes in. 3 seconds left to go in Oakland. Ties it up. What a piece.
There you go. 3 seconds left. The last lease on life for this Oakland, Michigan squad. And we're going to be looking at, this is almost certainly our first overtime of the day. That ball is dead. This is OT. Oakland has gotten themselves into a much better position coming off of a 4-1 loss in Game 1, Jug.
Yeah, they certainly are. They I think things have settled down for them a little bit. Starting to figure things out. Now, had a whole lot of action these first 15 seconds. Devo with the ball. Whale actually going to contest him for it. Looks for a pinch, but Titanium gets there a little quicker. Raz now moves it up into play. Centering pass. It's going to be Josh or Squasher, though. Gets in the way. Dev with a breakaway. Double commit there, though, from Oakland. Whales put themselves in a nice position. Raz was in the back, but Dev with a demo taking him out of commission. It's not going to matter too much, though, as they're back in it. Raz with a shot, going to be denied. Jay Wismont with another Dev in at the last moment. Josh is watching with a clear now. Shot almost on goal there, too.
Dev, a little bit lower. This game would be over. Titanium kind of waiting in the back lines. Jay Wismont actually sends it across the bow. Super weak defensive clear. Dev's got to get down to it. What? No, it's going to be the second. Dev actually did not have to get down to this one. And Oakland purchases a situation with no Patriots lead in the series. The tying factor here, 108 kilometers per hour.
Fantastic work from Oakland to tie this series at 1 apiece. And yeah, that initial shot just a little bit off, but Jay Wismont comes in, make it happen, tie up this series.
Folks, if you'll remember, that was 12 total attempted shots for George Mason in Game 1. A little bit of a different story here in Game 2.
Yeah. Yeah, Oakland came away with so many more. 13? Was that? Yeah, my math is right. 13 shots this time from Oakland. So they turned it up in a big way. But I, love to have seen most of that. Can't really comment on a whole lot of those shots. But regardless, I mean, the stats tell us a bit of a story there. And that is quite the turnaround. I mean, I think at this point, Oakland has got George Mason on their heels.
Yeah. Again, it's kind of interesting trying to break down a game that you only saw about 45 seconds of. But the numbers here, I mean, whatever it is that Oakland did, they simply got to do again here, Jug. That's a situation where we're looking at a team that more than tripling up, right? Like this is a complete flip-flop type situation, right? Oakland comes forth all the possession in the world, and then triples up, shot attempted against George Mason does it against Oakland, and then there's Game 2. They completely flip this around. I'm going to take a wild guess here. I'd have to look at the VOD again to confirm. Going to take a wild guess and say that this is off the back of a lot of physical play, a lot of demos, a lot of bumps, and everything else like that.
Oh, we did see quite a few of them actually come in the last minute or so. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case throughout the rest of that game. 2 seconds in here, George Mason under a little bit of pressure now on Oakland. They don't want to let the same thing happen again. Titanium and Dev playing ping pong there. Squasher should be able to clear that with ease. Raz, though, keeps it in play. Titanium gets in the way, though, so the double tap wasn't there. They weren't able to follow it up. The shot on goal, but Raz finds it to pinch it out of the corner. Won't be the case, though, with Joshua Squasher. The slow dribble going to be disrupted by Wismont. F comes in, though, for the clear. That's going to be up to the Patriots to see if they can get something going, but Raz is there with a nice aerial dribble. From a demo. Ooh, a big save there from Titanium.
And Dev takes out a whale right here like a beach. We're going to be looking at this ball right across the middle. Titanium, no, whale again with a huge nose down. Raz, that's the only reason why they have possession as of right now. Joshua Squasher, Titanium beating on over to this corner. Jay Sismont, the last line of defense here for Oakland. Dev sends this one back over, and now Oakland in the defensive stance.
For how long is the question, though? Because they've done such a good job keeping the pressure on. I mean, so far this game, honestly, I feel like it's been a little more even than perhaps last. Oakland still, I think, with the line share of the possession, but not quite as much as I think we saw last time. Josh Washer, nice little dance around one of the defenders. Demo comes in too, so opportunity here. Dev sends it careening down towards Oakland's goal, but won't find any purchase. Joshua Squasher redirects. Big save there by Whale. And now, Titanium once again in the corner. Whale gets it cleared, though, despite all of that congestion.
Ah, that's a bad angle right there. Dev was forced to rotate in a little circle just to get on over to this one. If this is centered more, wouldn't have been able to. Whale getting a second attempt right here. The hit is down. The goal is no good.
I think we got a frozen stream again.
Hey, it's all good, folks. We're going to get this one figured out.
Yeah.
Our production staff is... Really, first off, a goated production staff behind the scenes. What we're doing right now is quite literally impossible. Me and Juggle God are just two crazy guys screaming about a game in our rooms without our production staff. This kind of stuff is going to happen. Rocket League is a fantastic game and generally very well rounded and very well set up. But I digress. We're going to go to a very short break. We're going to hop on to the back into this one just as soon as we can. Juggle, if you guys will remember, there was no real lead. Nope, I hear the music. I hear the music.
Was that production? Are we good to go back in?
Gotcha.
Oh, good. It sounds like we will be heading back in pretty quickly. Yeah.
Exactly. On paper, again, GMU is coming into this one hard and heavy. 7-0 has not seen a loss in quite a while. I'd have to really delve into their map differential to see just how likely it is. Like, was this like 7? Was this just an easy 21 game? all the way through? Was it 7 matches? Or I guess these are best of 7s. Was that 28 games all the way through without them dropping a single game? Was this a boatload of like 4-3 series or 3-2 series within regular season if they're best of 5s? Like, there's a lot kind of open-ended here for George Mason, and especially given that Oakland has kind of exposed them in a game number 2 where they not only took the game, obviously, and tied up the series here, basically a best of 5, but they also more than tripled up on the attempted shots here, Juggle.
Yeah, they did, and from what we've seen of the next game, right, of game number 3, we got in about 2 minutes, I believe. Oakland was still, I think, putting a little bit more pressure on the team than GMU, but GMU definitely, I don't think, was looking as weak as we saw the stats from game number 2. So GMU looked like they evened things out just a little bit, but still, I feel like Oakland has the edge from what at least we've seen so far in this game number 3.
Hey, hopefully they'll have a solid handle on this one. Hey, Michigan shaped like a glove, right? Oh my God. Oh!
I'm glad we turned back in for that, right?
Yeah.
That
exactly. We're just taking out the filler for you guys, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's all substance, no fluff here. Oakland won. GMU Patriots won as well. We had a 5-score game in game number 1. I would say 5 is about as low as you get, what you can still call like a high-scoring game, right? 4 is like, okay, like a 3-1, a 2-2 in regular time, you know, something like this.
That seems
even a
pretty
4-0 is not like super high-scoring, but 5, especially 6, different story. We only saw 3 scores in an elongated Rocket League game from earlier. Titanium's got to get under this one!
Oh, that's gotta hurt right there. It was an awkward position to be in, an awkward just kind of roll on the ball right there. So that team did as much as they could with it. Whale now with an opportunity. Joshua Squasher, though, gets in the way. Play goalkeeper. We're gonna play denier right there. Dev pops it out to the corner, but Jay Wismont able to keep it in play again for Oakland. 3 seconds left to go here. Are we gonna get a buzzer beater? Are we going to be headed to overtime? Shot comes in just a little wide.
We got a 2-1 scoreline in game 2. I will promise you good people will get a scoreline of 2-1 in this third game as well. Who's gonna win? I don't know. I don't want to tell. I know, but I don't want to tell you guys.
Oh, you're cruel. You're cruel. Talk about. GMU Patriots down 1 player briefly. I'm going to get the ball down towards Oakland's side of the pitch. Titanium coming in, goes a little bit high on that ball. Dev unable to turn around and get to it quick enough. Double demo coming in, 1 player down from each side. Squasher has to drop back for it. Titanium finds it though in the backfield. Whale now. Only defender back there for Oakland. Joshua Squasher dropping back, knocks it out of that corner, but gets demoed in the process. Wismont seeing if they can capitalize on it, but that is a slow roller, not going anywhere fast.
Ooh, that is not a good angle.
Whale?
Whales. Okay. Okay. Jay Swismont looking pretty fine. Titanium, a really weird kick to the left side. That sets up Roz!
Wow.
Oakland does it again in overtime.
What is this Oakland team coming back?
Telling you, man, they just like OT. Pressure makes diamonds, folks.
Yeah, apparently. Apparently, what a showing here from Oakland, giving them a 2-1 lead in the series. And let's take a peek at these stats. I'm really curious to see how this matches up, how this compares to the last game. And again, even better, look at that, 16 shots this time from Oakland. They're just continuing to heat it up. Now, George Mason did play a little bit more aggressively this time, but not substantially, I don't think.
No, I mean, only 7 shots on this. Again, half, lower than half as much, excuse me, than Oakland. You throw 9 freaking saves into boot with only 1 goal made in, a goal that was not assisted as well. When you're staring down the barrel of an Oakland squad, both scores, overtime and regular time, both of them assisted as well. This is a well-oiled, high-flying Oakland squad right now with 0 reason to take their foot off the pedal.
Yeah, and one of the things that I think is giving him a lot of success is that they are spreading George Mason very thin. A lot of the saves that you saw coming for George Mason, I mean, it was a last-ditch effort. I mean, they were throwing everything they possibly could at it, and the other players on the squad were nowhere to be seen because honestly, Oakland is just driving circles around them at the moment, right? They're keeping them on their toes. They don't know where they're coming from, and they're forcing them to making these just kind of spectacular saves, which are amazing, but they're leaving themselves spread so thin.
So I'd have to agree with you, especially given that this is just, I mean, 16 shots even, and that wasn't a particularly long OT as well. 16 shots is simply kind of hard to do.
Yeah, it is. That is one of the highest shots I think I've seen in a Rocket League match in quite some time, if I'm being perfectly honest. So kudos to this Oakland squad. I mean, the aggressive output here is just tremendous. But Patriots this time actually in control of the ball more often than not, at least in these opening 40 seconds.
Yeah, so Swissmont taken out right now. I think they've read this one. That is not going to be an open net. Titanium gives Roz a little taste of their own medicine. Now a run down from the other side, 60 seconds or so into this game, number 4. And we're at least going to get 2 more after this. Scoreline is 2-1. We'll get those dots updated in the top here for you soon. Whale with a big fat goal early.
That is incredible. Now, I got to ask you, Tugboat.
Shoot,
what kind of a whale do you think whale is?
I believe the blue whale is the largest whale.
Yes.
Of the I mean, there are killer whales. We could take this like not contextually, right? Killer whales also, you know, orcas and stuff like that, outside of captivity, have no confirmed incidents of attacking humans ever. Perhaps that is indicative of how they view their treatment in captivity.
Really? One would imagine, I suppose.
Who'd have guessed it? Who'd have guessed it?
But yeah, no, whale definitely an angry one in captivity here today, and looking to make a mark on the game. Shot comes in, but a little bit wide. Dev does get in the way of it regardless. Gusher Squasher for an opportunity here, but Whale keeps control of it. Be pushed away, but Jay Wismont, nice shot, able to get over Dev, who goes up for the aerial contest. 2. 50 leaves the ball just in the corner. Man.
Jace Wismont, I just want to see this player get a lot more involved just like that. See, they're just consistently putting these offensive opportunities together in ways that not only force the hand of the defenders, but also require very little from them. That right there is a perfect example. It was a solid shot, decently fast, that was purchased off the back of like 8 boost, and just a cut across the middle. No crazy redirect right here. Roz, if that was more centered, we'd be looking at Oakland second.
Ooh, nice. Block right there. Titanium into the corner, tries to bounce it off the backboard. Dev looking to follow up. Able to center it. Titanium not quite able to circle around for it, though, and Joshua Squasher playing in the backfield. And to get a clear here, Titanium goes for it, but interrupted by Oakland. We are over halfway through this game, at Oakland in the lead right now, looking to extend it to a 3-1 in the series overall. And honestly, it's looking pretty likely at this point. The Patriots, they need to do more because Oakland still feels more in control in this game.
Well, the pre-jump there from Joshua Squasher. Whale, nice fake. Over the top! Oh, Joshua Squasher gets nothing more than a front row seat to Jay Swissmont, giving the Tug what he wants. A little bit of offensive play here from Jay Swissmont.
Oh my gosh, look at that. The beautifully read. Give it the redirect, only what it needed. Drops it right into the net. He was left to go, and the Patriots are sitting at, I believe, the biggest deficit we've seen so far. So they got their work cut out for them here because Oakland is locking this down right now. The Squasher, though, coming in with a shot. Demo on the way back from Titanium. Going to open things up. Dev able to get control of it for an aerial dribble. Drops it down. Was in front of the goal. Nobody there, though, to follow it up from GMU. They do get the demo, but they're forced to drop it back towards their side just to retain control. And Raz going to take advantage of it with a shot. Is going to be denied, but Jay Wismont is there to keep it in play.
Yeah, so 1:10. This is enough time for this to come back, but just given that JMU has put up 2 scores total across 2 overtime games here, Jug, I just don't see this one happening.
No, neither do I. I think Oakland has figured things out here. Oakland is firing on all cylinders, and short of some kind of big adjustment coming out from the Patriots, I think we're starting to see the writing on the wall. Another shot comes in. Dev is able to deflect it. An aerial dribble coming in. Raz denies it, sends it back down towards GMU's goal. Shot comes in, but just a little bit wide. Cuts it too sharp. Whale, though, with the follow-up is there where you want him. Making it 3-0 with 3-0 seconds left to go.
There you go. That's Whale right now with another one just outside of 100 kilometers per hour as this squad is rearing to put up their third. Just as a reminder, folks, undefeated George Mason University down by 2 in the series, excuse me, down by 1 in the series, a 2-1 scoreline in the series, excuse me. What a freaking pinch. Called a lobster. Yeah. Okay. Oakland, 6-1, has lost a game during the regular season, but now with 3 scores up, they are on the precipice. They are on the tottering edge of putting the Patriots on to match point. Again, nobody is going to get eliminated from this competition on the back of a loss here in this best of 7, but this will have an effect with the seeding.
That it will. This game is over. Of course, we will see the last couple of seconds played out here, but what a showing from Oakland. Yeah. I mean, they figured something out in between game 1 and 2, and I'm here for it. I love to see this kind of comeback. They don't quite post the same numbers we saw before. Only 12.
But it's the same.
Only 12.
2 things. First, it's the same proportion, right? It's still like 4 times more than George Mason. Second, once again, Oakland, every single goal is assisted. Roz down here has a few shots on, or a couple of shots on. Only 1 point less, 381 to 382 here, for the reason they have saves, they have attempted shots, and they have 2 assists on the 3 total goals right here. It is time to get it together here if you're George Mason. It is reverse sweep, or almost a full reverse sweep situation required for them if they're going to come forth and stay alive in this series. Again, this is not like a single elimination tournament. It's not even double elimination. This is just for seeding and whatnot. Nobody's going to be eliminated from the NASAR League playoffs off the back of this one, but there will be an upset in every way, shape, and form if George Mason does not find the way to bring this one back, Jug.
Yeah, that's certainly going to have implications down the line, right? Because seeding very, very important here. So I'll be curious once we get a chance to see the bracket if that is Oakland is able to continue this lead, able to come away with a win here today, because that's probably going to change things up, I think, from a lot of what people expected. But here we are, game number 5. Oakland looking to put it away here. As goes for a double tap, but just a little too high. It was not keeping it in play.
Double commit on the offense, a shutdown product. Hey, well, double commit on the offense would be bad if it wasn't a double commit on the defense.
Right? I'm going to be caught up here in the midfield in the moment. Joshua Squasher. Get it in play here for the Patriots. Drops back for it. Raz, though, sends it down the pitch. Joshua Squasher with an easy block right there. But Jay Wismont looking to cook something up here in the corner. Titanium. Try to disrupt it. Raz comes in, knocks it off the backboard. Well, goes up for up, and Dev going to get there first, and now dives towards Oakland's side of the pitch. Both GMU players, though, miss it. It's left up to Joshua Squatcher, rotates in from the backfield. Now all of Patriots drop back for Dev with a breakaway opportunity. Gets it around Wismont. That's going to be as far as it goes. Oakland picks the ball back up in their own back line.
Nice hit right there. Joshua Schwasser getting involved. Now it's Titanium with a big hit across this middling area. Jay Swismont wanted to see this player get involved in the offense. Well, they've been spending plenty of time on that side of the pitch. Taking a look, Titanium up top. Dev trying to get this one cornered out. That's going to be Jay Swismont once again on the takeaway for at least a couple of seconds. Whale forced to get that big body up and block this one away. It's still 0-0.
Oh, breakaway opportunity here. Whale goes for the double tap. A little too tough of an angle to cut, though. Wismont in the corner, keeping in play. Nice centering pass here from Raz, but it'll be picked up and cleared by Titanium. But these clears that are coming out from the Patriots, right? They're getting the ball down the field, but there hasn't really been a whole lot of follow-up from them.
Yeah.
Right? They get it down into Oakland's corner at best, right? But then from there, they just aren't able to generate opportunities. And with the demo coming in on the dev, that's going to be the case once again, as Oakland finds their way back in front of the Patriots' goal.
That was one of the best offensive opportunities for Oakland so far, and they squander it. Look at this, about 5 seconds outside of halftime. Oakland is so close to a dub they can taste it. The Patriots, trying to make this one a non-issue, have that memory of a goldfish and forget that they are down to 3-1, excuse me, my God, in the series, especially given that JMU put up a 4-1 scoreline against Oakland in Game 1, the 3-score difference right there.
Yeah.
Well, that has got to be feeling like a thing of the past. That is as open net as you get. Whale coming up, getting the tail up onto this one. 2 minutes and 8 seconds, and Oakland takes the lead yet again. Just as a reminder, folks, that's 3 games in a row that Oakland has struck first and then gone forth to win.
And we are over halfway through game number 5 here. Could be our last one in this series. This is Oakland commanding lead overall right now.
I mean, lead of 1. It can be undone, but the way the Patriots are playing, they just came off of a shutout. It's been 8 minutes, 8+ minutes since the Patriots put a goal into the net. A goal in the net. A ball into the net.
It has, hasn't it? This is an opportunity, though, as Titanium does get a demo. Dev going to keep it in play here. That's the ball in front of Oakland's net, but the defense is there for the clear. Joshua Squasher now looking to make something happen. Narrow dribble coming in from the corner, but Whale disrupts it. Raz picks it up there, too. Let's get it out of the way. Titanium tries to get something going here. Dev forced to fall backward, and now Raz looks to tip it, redirect it. Whale with a centering shot. Titanium is there, though, to deny. But Wismont keeping it in play, despite, again, the Patriots being able to get these blocks in, being able to get the ball a little bit up the field. It's just not sticking. It's not lasting long enough. Oakland keeping his firm control over the situation.
Raz, nice hit over. Joshua Squasher down, or up top right there, gets a nice block away. This is almost a full-on poured all into offense situation for the GMU Patriots. Down bottom and tries the pinch. Jace Wismont almost with an own goal right here at the absolute worst time possible. Oakland still has plenty of breathing room after this if GMU does score it back on up, tie it up, push it to overtime if not scoring within regular time right here. But they don't want to have to use it. 30 seconds remains away from the the shutout and the upset.
It'll be Dev keeping it in play. Shot on goal. Oh, Titanium just a hair late with that bump. Had he been just a moment earlier, that would have gone in. Squasher looks to make something happen. That goes a little bit wide. 10 seconds left to go. This last-ditch effort here coming out for the Patriots. Titanium.
Joshua
Squasher puts it in. Shot is blocked again. Joshua Squasher tries one more time. Titanium finally able to get it into the goal.
The tying factor, my God. 10 whole minutes, people. 10 whole minutes since the Patriots put up a score, and that's going to be enough for the first. That's another overtime situation. Another overtime situation. I love it. I love it.
That was fantastic. The Patriots stay alive, giving themselves a second lease on life here. See what they can do with it in this OT. Cannot afford any more mistakes here.
Well, they cannot. This is Oakland with still plenty of room to play with. They lose this, they'll still be up 3-2 in a series. They can still drop another match after that, another map after that, excuse me. Really, really weak defensive clear. Fremont, Jace Wismont, what am I talking about? Oakland finishes another game, another freaking game at a 2-1 scoreline in OT. Oakland OT, they both begin with O for a reason. I don't know. Wow, fantastic stuff right here.
Oh my gosh. What a showing from Oakland. I mean, and especially given the first game we saw, right? Let's go all the way back to game number 1 where it was 4-1 for George Mason. I mean, it was a dominant performance from them, right? They had so many just, right, like I said, like simple shots, right? It just passes into shots, center the ball, put it in the net, right? That's all you have to do. And I guess at some point, Oakland was like, nah, we're not going to have any more of that. It's time for us now. So.
It's time to be fancy. Time to be fancy out here in Michigan. They're not here, but George Mason, yeah, out of Virginia, the favorite team does lose. George Mason, unfortunately, we're not going to have an interview. Otherwise, we might be able to ask how Oakland, how it tastes, how it feels right here to give George Mason their first defeat of the past 4 months within NACE or something like that. Obviously, regular season perfect, 7-0 right there. The postseason, a little bit of a different story. Again, folks, in case you're just joining us, George Mason will not be eliminated from this championship playoff by any means. They will, however, have a lower seeding as a result of this game. Oakland doing everything in a bag of chips to bring this one back after a 3-score deficit in game number 1, and off the back of 3 different OTs. Literally, Oakland only won 1 game in regular time. Like.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, GMU, I mean, they pushed him. They pushed him real hard, right? And, I mean, you gotta commend that defense, right? I mean, it was spread thin. They worked for every single shot that they kept out of that net, but it just wasn't enough. The pressure was unrelenting from Oakland.
Really, really was, especially given that GMU was able to push that to a 0.000 overtime right there. But now that that one is over, we are going to be looking at our next matchup. Yes, actually, I just had it. It's RIT. There you go. RIT taking on the University of Maryland, right?
I don't believe it's Maryland. Hold on. Davenport. Yeah.
Why did I say Maryland?
I don't know.
I've been casting like a madman the past week, honestly, guys. I've been like right? double-digit hour. No, yeah, seriously. Yeah. I've been out here. Your boy has been out here. FBI Tugboat Juggle God, we'll be back with you guys. Davenport playing up here in just a second. And welcome back, folks. More hot and spicy Rocket League action coming directly at you. I'm FBI Tugboat. I'm here with Juggle God, and you are live with Nace Star League. Little bit of Championship Saturday. A little bit of Championship Saturday.
Yeah, we've got an exciting final game to round things out here for the Rocket League portion of the broadcast day. Of course, after this is also going to be Overwatch 2, so stick around. That'll be starting a little bit later this afternoon. But yeah, right now we've got our final Rocket League match. It is going to be the Rochester Institute of Technology taking on Davenport.
Now let's check out these rosters. Who's going to be on the field as we see it. Taking a look. Rochester Institute of Technology 7-0 and not by mistake. Davenport, same kind of situation, but did take a single regular season loss. Now they are coming hot off the heels of a win from New Haven. They beat New Haven last week, and that was a 4-3 barn burner, Juggle God. RIT coming off of the bye week. Would you go through the rosters, please, sir?
And to start things off for RIT, we're going to have Sunblaze, Jacob, and Soccer Sean. We'll be going up against the Davenport squad, which will be Shane, Byra, and Omen.
Yeah, so that's the 6 players we'll be seeing here on the pitch today. Best of 7 series coming on in here for the conference championships. If we are picking horses, if we're talking about predictions, I think I can like widely take an RIT squad, but if we're talking like specifically, I'd say like a 4-2 scoreline for the side of RIT.
And I think it's going to be a close one here today. Kickoff here. RIT with an early possession. Jacob going to try and center it. Byra gets in the way. Sunblaze, though, going to keep things in play here for RIT. Soccer Sean, the backfield, able to get it back up to their compatriots up front. Jacob now having to drop backward as Omen has a breakaway here, but Sunblaze is there. So nothing happens. Nice shot from Byra. Goes just a little bit wide, though.
Soccer Sean going to be keeping that one alive for a little while. Shane, though, other ways. Sunblaze second save already here. Not quite 40 seconds in. Shane! Oh, man. That was the best opportunity, and Sunblaze would have had nothing more than a front row seat.
Shane gets a wheel or two on that. That ball's in. There was no stopping that one. So RIT has to think they're lucky stars right there. Omen, though, generating another opportunity. Shane going to cut one in, goes off the backboard. Byra looking to follow it up, does not make it happen. Sunblaze clears it away, keeps it out of dangerous way, and honestly, at this point, I feel like Davenport has generated more scoring opportunities so far, and just better scoring opportunities as well. Shot comes in, Sunblaze barely getting in the way of that one, too.
Yeah, Sunblaze, y'all have frequently seen. Good job from Soccer Sean right there. Sunblaze trying to play the redirect. We'll call it a back pass, even if that was as close as comfort can allow. Shane, 4th shot in, finally going to get one in. 90 seconds in, and Davenport takes an early lead.
Yeah, beautiful job just keeping that ball in play. From, I forget which Davenport player it was there in the corner. It was Omen, I believe, keeping it in play there before finally dropping it in for the shot. Here's off the backboard here. RIT looking for an opportunity. Jacob is back down. Shocker Sean looks for a shot, does not find one. It's going to go a little bit high, but in the meantime, Sunblaze comes in with a demo. The clear is there. Jacob, unfortunately, redirects it into their own goal, and Davenport is now up 2-0.
Yeah, so Omen, 1 shot attempted, 1 goal made in, 1 assist, and a save. Unfortunately, yeah, the second one goes the own goal way. Davenport now got the insurance goal purchase. Sunblaze taken off initially. Shocker Sean almost making this a triple up.
Yeah, that was close. Would have been a nice redemption there, I think. The last play, Jacob finds the ball on the side. Gonna run right into Omen, though, who just stands their ground. Gets in the way of Soccer Sean, too. Gonna drop it in front of the goal, but the defense is there. Sunblaze finds it in the midfield. Jacob kicks it back out, looking for a centering pass here. Byra gonna get in the way of it right before a shot can come in. Omen looks for a redirect into the goal here. Nobody back there, but Sunblaze finds it at the last moment.
Jacob yet again down to Soccer Sean. Soccer Sean opts to keep this right side through Sunblaze, goes to badger the defense a little bit. That is Jakob now right corner here is Shane down low and slow on it. An attempted clear, not going to be much. Omen rounding round, goes for the redirect. Sunblaze wins it. Open net! No! Sunblaze can't quite do it. Rebound and down as Jakob tries their hand again. Soccer Sean, right side, can't keep the... Oh, wow, an uncharacteristic kind of pivot move there from Sunblaze. They really bit over to this right side. Had to get the E-brakes on in there to even try and get a shot at this one.
Yeah, a lot of opportunities there from RIT, but nothing really materialized. Davenport did a great job of keeping things out of harm's way, and now Shane up top drops it over to Omen. Sunblaze gets a pass off to Jakob, who's able to clear it, following it up too. Gonna be able to center it. Sunblaze comes in, tries for something, but everybody from RIT over on the same side, so unable to really generate much of an opportunity here, especially with the demo coming in. Now, while still hanging out on Davenport's side of the pitch, Sunblaze comes up for one. Byra tries to follow it up, knocks him down towards RIT's pitch, side of the pitch rather. Been looking for a double tap, but does not find her, and Byra tries for a pinch on the sidewall. Able to deny, though, that clear.
Ball spent a lot of time in mid-pitch, and every second that comes off of this clock is against the RIT side. They're really playing against the clock right now at a 2-score deficit that can be undone, but when you're talking about offensive opportunities, just haven't had a whole lot. Double demo down bottom. Yako left up by themselves for just a couple of seconds, and this ball still goes back. Shane with a back pass right now. This might be entering into a little bit of a keep away situation.
Yeah, I think that's what we're seeing materialize here. Soccer Sean sets something up, but the follow through unfortunately not there. Davenport does a good job getting in the way of an open net opportunity.
And another own goal.
Yeah, this time from Jakob. Davenport coming alive here this first game.
That's,
we might be headed to two upsets.
Sorry, that is Shane. That is Shane that got the touch on there. The defender just tried to get a hand on it, but was not able to. 3-0 lead. If the previous 4 minutes and some change tells us anything, this this game number 1 is over and done with. Technically enough time, not going to happen though. Not at 3-0. Keep away now for 2 squads. Looking for a 4th and gonna get it. Jeez. So Byra getting on the board here. I love it.
Yeah, this is absolute dominance coming out so far from Davenport. They may be the second place team coming into this match, but they are not playing like it at all by any stretch of the imagination. And yes, we've seen a couple of own goals coming out from Rochester, but honestly, I think it's just because Davenport has put forth so many good shots that RIT, they're trying to get some of these things, but they just can't do it. They're left with no options. That's going to be Davenport cruising to a game number 1 win here against RIT.
Wow, so yeah, if Davenport goes through and wins this after a game 1 where this is 10 total attempted shots for Davenport, RIT only putting up 3, as well as the save disparity here as well. RIT only with 2 saves. Looking at Davenport University, other side with 5. This tells us that the time of possession is just every way, shape, and form RIT, even if we didn't get to see all the way through this game. Gotta say, color me surprised. I thought RIT would have put up a lot more of an offensive opportunity, an offensive onslaught here in game number 1. And even if you take away the own goals, like the 2 technical, one own goal, the other technical own goal, this is still a W by multiple scores, by 2 scores for the side of Davenport University in game 1.
Yeah, it's not like those were going to be the difference makers, right? Even though those happen, I mean, Davenport is still very much, I think, in control of that game. Now, it is only game number 1, right? And a lot of times we see these teams come in, maybe they're not quite warmed up yet. A lot of times you take this first game to kind of see how the other teams are going to be responding, how they're going to be reacting. So I think we're going to learn a lot here about how the rest of the series is going to go from game number 2, because RIT, if they're going to make an adjustment, I think it's going to come in now.
Yeah, it usually does come after the game 1, especially after a rough loss like that one. What we could chalk this one up to as well is RIT, again, coming off the bye week. It's just been a little bit of time since they've played in a competitive match, couple of weeks.
Yeah, that definitely...
Different situation for Davenport.
Yeah, that definitely plays into this, I think. Jakob finds the ball towards Davenport's side of the pitch. Soccer Shen going up for it, able to disrupt that attempt to drive things back down towards RIT's goal. They're able to get a pinch, I believe, off one of their own teammates. Sunblaze going up for it. Is able to get the aerial dribble over one defender. Gets it around Omen as well, but Shane picks it up on the ground. Gonna keep it in play. Omen with a shot. It's a little bit wide. Beautiful clear, though, coming out from RIT. Question is, can they catch up to this and keep the pressure on and generate a couple scoring opportunities? And will not happen this time as Byra finds it. Nice aerial dribble. Jakob comes in, clears it away. Pops it off the side as well, but Omen serves it up nicely for Shane, who's going for a double tap. Doesn't find it. The follow-up from Byra floats it down. This is going to be blocked by RIT.
Yeah, so a minute and 15 into this, no scores quite yet, but Davenport, it is not for lack of trying, as they say. Shane, once again, winning possession. Soccer Shen down bottom. Big hit there from Sunblaze over to the left corner. Byra will meet this one. Byra's really been playing, like, a bunch of different positions, I feel like, on this match. And again, Jakob, unfortunate hit towards their side. Now Davenport's going to get opportunity they may not have seen otherwise.
Ooh, Shane shot on goal. Sunblaze does not get in the way quick enough. Davenport with a 1-0 lead. Almost 2 minutes off the clock here.
Yeah, so this one doesn't necessarily come early. It doesn't necessarily come super, super late. But still, Davenport all day long. Oh, round over to the right side. Jakob puts this right side. Byra, nice eating at this one. Sunblaze trying. Soccer Shen really succeeding on that one, though, to take this one out into the offensive position. I gotta say, RIT, eventually you just gotta get like really aggressive with this, right? Another open net. This one now put in from Omen. It was Shane last time. Yeah, you really just got to get like really aggressive on this. We saw two RIT members kind of whiff up top on this orange side right corner before the transition into this open net situation for the score for Davenport.
Yeah, RIT just did not rotate properly right there. All three players were just up so far. Nobody's able to get back to it. Davenport realized this and just knocks a simple one into the net. So, uncharacteristic play coming out from RIT, to be honest. Jakob dropping back for it. Omen, though, gonna get to it before they're able to turn it around. Up it back out. Opportunity here from Jakob. Ira trying to lock things up a little bit there. Omen keeps it away for a moment. Sunblaze actually puts it back towards their own net. Nice pinch, though, there from Davenport to set it up in front of RIT's net.
Byra meeting this one middle of the way. Shane looking for their second. Omen looking for their second. And there's a third shot attempted. Omen. It's a bad omen when Davenport goes up 3-0. Crazy stuff.
Yeah, I mean, this is 7 unanswered goals right now. Right? Over 7.5 minutes to play. RIT yet to score. This is absolute dominance coming out here from Davenport today. I mean, this is a team that certainly has aspirations to make it very deep in this tournament here.
Yeah, and it's just so interesting. Gotta admit, I can admit when I was wrong. I can't pick a horse. Couldn't pick a winner here if you gave me the tomorrow's VOD, right? Apparently. RIT. Like, I mean, I thought this was going to be one-sided their way. Couple members over here where we were discussing in the pre-show, no names, but they were thinking Davenport by a slim margin. Like they said Davenport, but not by a lot. Gonna be close. This is anything but close right now. Just if we're speaking truth to ourselves and to our dear viewers.
Sunblaze
right
trying
now
to get something going for RIT.
Yeah, that was the first like really good offensive look for RIT in quite a while.
Again, it was.
One of those rabbits that you can pull out of the hat, like always, the tricks you can always get is just some physical play. Is just some demos and bumps.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, nice flick there from Jakob. Puts it over a couple defenders. Gonna be able to follow it up, though. Soccer Shen does, though. Tries to center it. Byra gets in the way once again. Knocks it back into the corner. Gonna clog up there in the corner as well. 1 minute left to go here, and Davenport showing no signs of slowing down. Jakob with a shot opportunity. Gonna go a little bit wide. Sunblaze looks to redirect it into the net. Goes high, though. RIT's getting shots, but they're just not quite on the mark so far.
Gotta agree. Gotta agree. Jakob, just a little bit slower than they really needed to go. Byra's shot. Omen, another hit, another redirect off the back fender. Soccershawn reads this one. It was not true. 30 seconds to go. Davenport should start a kind of keep away type situation in just a little bit. Always playing with a single player back.
And again, the writing on the wall here. Of course, it is possible for RIT to come back at this, but very unlikely, especially considering Omen puts another bit of insurance on the board, and we're looking at another 4-0.
Yeah, this one is definitely over with. There's enough chronological resource, that's time, enough seconds in the clock to come back at this, but that would essentially require... Yeah, you like that?
That's my new favorite term for time. I like that one.
That's how you turn a one-syllable word, time, into like a 7-syllable like term, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Chronological. Yeah, seven syllables.
Yeah.
Hey, if that's not casting, I don't know what is, baby.
Right.
4-0 lead for the side of Davenport. Yep, that's going to be it for game number 2. An 8-goal uninterrupted run right now. Juggle God versus nothing. 10 minutes of drought and famine over for the side of RIT.
And each of these teams generated a couple more shots on goal. Nothing too substantial. So honestly, this was just more of the same, right? I mean, this was almost a carbon copy of that very first game we saw. So no meaningful adjustments coming out of RIT yet. You know, we saw just a couple of times, a handful really of opportunities. I think they had to score something, but just weren't able to get it done for whatever reason. And Davenport is firing on all cylinders. I don't know how RIT comes in and stops this at this point. It's going to be a tough battle for them.
It's difficult because Davenport is playing with 3 players that on the day are playing very well-rounded roles. There's not one particular player, like, I mean, just this last one, right? It was Omen and it was Shane getting like equal goals right there. I believe that was Byra that got multiple assists and whatnot. These are not players that are coming back and be like, okay, you play more of a goalie role, you play more of that support middling role that's always going to be setting up passes or whatnot, or getting the second shots onto a goal. You know, you don't play this point man always going forth and always getting crazy aerial goals and whatnot. And RIT is trying to play that a little bit better, but we're just kind of almost naturally seeing Jakob fall into that support role. Sunblaze, as always, getting in the offensive juggernaut position. And Soccershawn not relegated, but more forced to play that one. And without a player back, Shane is going to score the earliest goal in this series thus far in a Game 3 that Rochester simply needs, like they need their next breath.
Yeah, this is rough. That's 9 unanswered goals now, right? Yep. And again, I feel like it was a mistake on the rotations. RIT's pushing forward a little too aggressively, and while they need to get scoring opportunities here, they've got to be cognizant of their backline. They got to be cognizant of not leaving just these gaping opportunities here for Davenport to come in and capitalize on.
Jakob, nice clear. There's a transition. Sunblaze puts it over, and Byra dashing hopes out here.
Yeah, Sunblaze going to drop back for it now. And dual Omen for control of the ball. Shane going to come in. Things going for Davenport as the centering pass comes in. Shot from Omen. Be just a little wide. Jakob just put a stop to things. Get the ball back under RIT's control, but Shane will not be having any of it. Soccershawn comes in with a shot, but to be denied almost as soon as it leaves the hood of their car.
I mean, call Davenport, Curtis Jackson. They're just winning these 50s. 100%. Yeah. This is just consistently them winning. Or if Rochester does, then there's just going to be an answer just like that. It was Sunblaze again, this time with the shot. Byra with a defensive block. That was an own block as well, as Sunblaze was just trying to get out. And that might be a factor that we can start talking about as well. Opportunity for Rochester, sometimes negated out not by an opponent.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like Murphy's
Oh my God.
Jeez, Omen. Yeah, beautiful pass, beautiful shot.
I'm not even sure which one is better. Omen with the stop, drop, and pop play over off the front right tire over, like while upside down. I'm really going to have to give it to the passer, though. Like the pass is just perfect, and it is beautiful. As fast as it needs to go. Not any slower. Any slower, defender would have gotten to it. Any faster, the angle would have been untrue.
I feel like, honestly, it's been Murphy's Law here today for RIT as well. Like, everything that can go wrong has gone wrong. 2 own goals, that 1 own block. I mean, this is a phenomenal team. You do not go 7-0 in the NA Star League without being a juggernaut and an absolute force here on the pitch. And, yeah, just unfortunate things have just not gone RIT's way. But Davenport, regardless, still outplaying them.
It's the alma mater curse. Classic, the classic. If you have a caster that went to one of these schools, then it is the curse. That
I'm
sucks.
sorry, RIT. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, right.
It's all my
Davenport
fault.
now.
It's all my fault.
Yeah, right. Superstition. But Davenport here, this is just another brutal situation. They have been in the same situation before, but the simple fact remains that it took Davenport a lot longer to get here beforehand. Rochester, if there's a light at the end of the tunnel, it's that this is not their elimination game. This is just the 3rd one, and they still had plenty of time to go forth here and undo this one. Now, again, the unfortunate fact is that this is 2.5 Rocket League games, 12.5 minutes without a goal being scored. RIT.
Yeah, I think RIT is just going to want to put this one in the rearview mirror, right? At least these first 3 games. You know, big adjustments need to come out. What a save. Shocker Sean does put it in.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. All right, he gets on the board. 2 goals to go, though, before they can tie this one up.
Wow, yeah. This one coming off the back of Soccer Sean, just putting the nose down to the grindstone, just saying, hey, you know, again, does not need to be fast and loud. Right there. Go exactly where you need to. Now Jakob, nice fake, actually. Sunblaze had way more boost to get something going with, but as does Byra, and Byra meets them there. Back down to the middle. Soccer Sean. Beating it down mid. Jakob gonna be the one to meet him, though. Byra, we've seen them a lot on the defensive side. Soccer Sean finds himself a double kill.
Ooh, nice shot here. Gonna be a little bit wide, but the demo is in too. Jakob goes down, though, so it's an even 2v2 at the moment. Sunblaze can't quite get clear on the ball. Byra is able to keep it in play, too, for Davenport. Centering pass, but nobody there to follow up on it. Byra sneaks at the last moment. Almost reverses it, puts it back in, but now Omen has control. Dane comes in, knocks it towards the goal. Jakob there at the last moment.
Goal line defensive stop there from Jakob. Love to see it. Omen, a shot over again, forcing hands of defenders. That's a really good redirect. Soccershan tries to join the trend, likes the fashion, can't quite finish it up, but Sunblaze can!
There it is.
3rd shot in right here, and this is the Rochester Institute of Technology that we have come to know and love.
Yes, it is. They're waking up. They're putting some points on the board. They cut the lead down to 1, so this is well within striking distance for RIT. And certainly turned something around here these last few minutes. Happy to see the adjustment. Ooh. We shot opportunity there from Davenport. Davenport can put a little assurance on the board. That is certainly what they're going to be hoping for. It's going to be a mix, I think, here, honestly, of playing keep away and trying to get that insurance on the board. You know, you certainly don't want to give away any kind of a goal here, so I think defense is going to be paramount for them. Speaking of defense, Shane comes in. A nice block. RIT continuing to put pressure on. Shot comes in from Jakob. That one's going to be a little bit high, so the fall-off has to be there. From Soccer Sean, the redirect is in, but not in the right direction. 24 seconds to go here. Ball finds its way back over towards RIT's net. Byra is back into the corner. Has to pop it out. Sunplay is going to be able to do that. That's the person they were looking for, though.
Take it to the ceiling. This is a few seconds burned off. Last real offensive drive coming in here from Rochester. Hit on over. Jakob had to win that, and this game is over. Shane coming on in here for a little bit of style points. They don't like winning games by 1. They like winning games by 4. They like winning games by 2. They like the even numbers here, Juggle God.
4 goals in every single game. I mean, if nothing else, Davenport is consistent. Davenport is winning, and they are consistent about how they do it. I mean, this is
3-0. Let's call that consistent.
Yeah.
So we're looking at, looking at 9 shots total for Davenport, 7 on the other side for RIT. This is so much more evenly matched than with things we saw in the first 2 games there. The shutout pitch for Davenport, 4-0, 4-0. Both scores the same across game 1 and 2 there, Jug.
Yeah, and this is definitely, I think, the RIT we're expecting to see here today. So happy to see them kind of get things sorted, come back in that series. Wasn't enough to take down Davenport, and we're headed to match point here. Davenport's just got to put up one more dub to say goodbye to RIT and the series and give them the better berth, the better seed in the upcoming bracket.
Yeah, so either they're a sweep or the beginnings of a reverse sweep started here in this game number 4. We haven't seen a sweep yet, right? That was that was a game 4,
right?
That was a game. Oh no, you're right. Sorry. Yeah, because these are best of 7. Sorry, St. Clair Saints. That was them doing it, but it was a much closer game. 4-5 in the first game, 1-3 in the third game, 2-3 in the last game right there. We just came off the back of GMU in Oakland, not a sweep. Plus, literally more overtime games there than games that went regular. 16-2 though. Wait, no, that's 12-2. That is the goal differential in the series. 4 scores scored 3 times in a row from Davenport.
We're keeping that in play. Slow roller towards the goal. Going to be blocked by Soccer Sean. Jakob with a nice follow-up there. The defenders on it. Sunblaze looks to get a shot out, but Byra keeps it away from them. And Shen going to follow it up the wall. Aerial dribble. Gonna fall a little short of the goal. Double commit there. Triple commit, actually, from RIT. Someone comes in to disrupt the aggressive push. It's only going to be stymied, though, for a moment. Aldo's find his way back down towards RIT side of the pitch. Just a little bit late. Shot opportunity there. Not going to happen. Jakob now looking for something. So towards the corner. Not quite able to center it clearly, but Soccer Sean comes in. RIT, first lead of the series.
Yeah, there you go. 55 seconds into this one. And like you said, first lead of the series. Now, this is an easy stat to quote, that the team that scores first has gone 4th and 1, especially when one team puts up 0 scores across 2 games. But it is still worth noting, if we're looking for diamonds in the rough and reasons to have hope here for the RIT squad of pushing this into a non-sweep situation.
With almost 4 minutes left to go, plenty can still happen here. Akashan generates a shot. Sunblaze follows it up. Not go in. Demo is there, though, so short-lived offensive push from Davenport. Though actually does manage to keep it going. Akashan comes out from the back line. Gets into about midfield where Byra picks it up. Jakob sending it back the other way, but Omen will be able to clear it. Once again. Putting it just above the car. Sunblaze in with a shot. Beautifully done. Okay, RIT, where have you been?
There you go. Give Sunblaze a save. Give Sunblaze now 1 attempted shot and 1 goal in. Byra has been having their number all day, Juggle God. Now Sunblaze giving a little bit back to him.
Well, they are, and they weren't asking for it, but here it is nonetheless. 2-0 lead here for IIT. And that's going to be another one. 3-0. Wow. This is a completely different squad than we saw in the first 3 games.
Wow, yeah, that's pretty crazy. This one, an open net as open net gets as well. 3 minutes 13. Didn't think I'd be saying this. Well, hey, the good news for Davenport is you're not quite at halftime yet, and you can still bring this one back.
Yeah, exactly. RIT still has to get 5 to be able to beat the standard 4 goals from Davenport. Ooh, and here comes one, though.
Okay.
It's a slow roller.
Free. F-R-E-E. Free is for me. Free as a Costco sample. Free as air. Free as water from the sky here, Juggle Godden. Especially given that RIT just showed us such a run, one would think they would really, be playing more defensively now. Like, earlier they were playing defensively when they're down by a lot and they have to get offensive. Now they kind of abandon any kind of player back in favor of picking up big boosts on the way back on the transition. And now a 3-score run, undefeated, is answered by a lot more pressure. Sunblaze down bottom. Ooh, nice pop again. Nicely done. Not going to be awarded with the save. Is there no justice in this world, Juggle God?
Not for Sunblaze today, unfortunately. Omen, though, going to keep it a play for Davenport. Akashan now chasing it back. Nice dribble. Byra's going to disrupt it. Here's Shen with a nice flip to try and send it back the other way. But Byra just muscling out everybody from RIT. Drops it on top. And now looking to center it. Byra following it up. Going for a pinch out of this corner. Didn't quite find what they were looking for. Ooh, Sunblaze. Sunblaze.
Wow, okay. 2 shots, 3 goals. The man's better than 100% shooting efficiency. Shane right here as well. Okay, so Shane whips this one around because they are trying to take this off to the right corner. They're not just trying to block it and buy their team a little bit of time. They're trying to actually take it. So a little bit of greed right there. You know, if they had taken it, you know, maybe a point on the other side. That's theory crafting at this point. Omen gets gifted 1, but I gotta say, Shane, the mistake earlier, this literally could be, it could have happened a couple of seconds ago.
Yeah. Nice redirect there. Following up on your own pass. Love to see it. 2 minutes left to go here. Davenport at a 2-point deficit. RIT looking to get their first win of the day here. Going up in a big way. The jitters seem to be gone. What's happening? Maybe the caffeine is starting to kick in.
Ah, that's what it is. A rule 1! A rule 1! Okay, we're gonna have a little 2v2 action, and Omen's gifted another one!
Oh my gosh.
Okay, gotta say, folks, you know, a minute ago I was razzing RIT a little bit, criticizing a little bit about not having a player back. There are more important things than true rotations, and that is maintaining the integrity of the original founding rules of Rocket League. Rule 1 obtained right there. Jakob would have loved to come back, play the defense, did not, and maintains his honor as a Rocket League player. For what shall it profit a man to gain the world and lose their own soul, right?
I love it when you act
being
philosophical. It's fantastic. Sunblaze here with an opportunity, but Byron gets in the way. Last moment. Davenport down 1. Shen looking to follow something up here, but Omen able to clear it. Jakob still is in play. Sunblaze with an opportunity here, but just not able to get to the ball. It's been devastating for Davenport, but instead, another opportunity gone.
Yeah, nerves hitting hard right now. Members like literally just holding down boost constantly. Shane with the oh my god save. Yeah, that's an earned one. A little bit of demo action on the other side, so Rochester finally getting that aspect of the gameplay in here. But yeah, I don't think I've looked at a RIT member that isn't going literally as fast as they can the past 30 seconds or so. That is why Sunblaze did not get the insurance just about 15-20 seconds ago.
Yeah, RIT playing very physical, very aggressive right now. Fire gonna center it, but it's a little too quick. Okay. Omen not able to catch up to it. Goes for a pinch off the side, but that's gonna send it reading towards their own goal. Able to keep it out of the way though. Fire nicely done. 30 seconds left here. RIT just needs to play keep away. They just need to keep the ball away from Davenport. Looking to put a little bit of insurance on here. Sunblaze comes back in. Gonna be denied. 15 seconds left to go here. We could be headed to a game number 5. Dane gonna drop it off the backboard here. Opportunity. Not gonna come in. Omen with the shot. Jakob in at the last moment to save it for RIT. They're gonna live to fight another day.
I love it. I love it. Hey, Mikey, keep piping up. Keep piping up, buddy. We're going to be looking at an RIT 4-3 right here. What is that? 11 shots for Davenport, 7 for RIT, and we finally, Juggle God, not only get some extra Rocket League, but we get a quantity versus quality type of situation.
Yeah.
Right?
Which
the
is
question
always...
being...
Go ahead.
You got it. You got it.
Well, I just think it's always an interesting thing to see, right? And it's kind of a rare thing as well. And I think that just speaks volumes to the kind of opportunities that RIT was generating that time. And also their defense. Their defense showed up in a huge way.
Yeah. Like, again, breast brick wall impersonation I've seen in a while. This has been at the 11th hour as well, and to go up by 4 scores early.
Yeah.
No, hang on. No, it was 3 scores, and then they let one up, and they scored again to kind of maintain that 3-score difference. But after that, it just got so dangerous. And this is market improvement, which is what we've been looking for. 2 0-4s in a row leaves little hope for the RIT squad. It just fires no joy whatsoever, right? Just absolute mollywops. 4-2 right there brings us back a little bit more and starts kind of lights the candle of hope. A 4-3 turn back here for RIT, and no small part thanks to Sunblaze and the offensive juggernaut that they always prove themselves to be, at least eventually. That's gonna be everything. I will say, if this is a best of 5 though, this has been over already.
Right, yeah, that's true. A little, it took our IT a long time to kind of get going here today, but again, very unusual. This is not a team that that is the norm for. Nice shot coming in. Soccer Sean, though, with a just as beautiful save. Shane going to keep it a play, but Jakob able to easily disrupt that in the air. Byra. It's back to Shane, but now nobody there to really follow up for Davenport. Byra keeps it in play. Going to drop it off the backboard. Shane's in for the shot on goal. Goes in. It's Davenport up 1-0. And you know what? You were right. Last game, RIT scored first. They got the win.
Yep, that is you know what? I was right. That was good job, Pass Tugboat. That was a smart and insightful look at this. Now will this continue? It's happened for 4 games now. Davenport, they take this one, of course. That'll be over. Shane, always an electrifying offensive player, I gotta say. If we're looking at any player that has changed the most in the series, it's probably Byra, but Shane is just consistent as consistent gets. And that's frequently going to be enough to take W's. Shane over... No, Shane, Sean. Battle of the S names right there, and Sean wins it handedly.
Jakob finds the ball. Again, RIT's back line. Shane goes up for it. Almost find his way to Sean, though. Byra gets in at the last moment for a block there. Now Shane not quite able to catch up with it. Soccer Sean keeps it in play. Omen dropping back. RIT unable to follow up on it. That was a scary shot right there. Byra clears it for a second, but it's back in front. Omen doing everything they can to just get in the way. And finally gonna flick it downfield to themselves. Sunblaze follows it up though. Gets it over Byra. Almost an open goal there. Shot goes in. Omen. What a save.
Wow, yeah. Omen coming through for the squad right there. Sunblaze up and over. Omen. Omen actually blocked that one away. Now, that is, of course, assuming that Sunblaze wouldn't block it, which is a very tough assumption that I would never speak out loud. But still, shot was true. Hand of the defender, not for. Soccer Sean gets the shot in, and nobody awarded with a defensive save on the other side. Again, highway robbery right now, man. Soccer Sean, not to be denied twice, though. 5th shot attempted. Got an assist on the only RIT goal here in game number 5.
Yeah, and just beautifully set up by Sunblaze. Sees Soccer Sean coming in, says, here you go, buddy. Put it away for us. Tie game here, 2:38 to go. This is definitely more what we were expecting here today, I've got to say. Close series here.
Yep.
Shane looking for something, but Soccer Sean gets in the way.
Byra bounce play down bottom. Sunblaze very quickly gets there. The pass there, but nobody on Davenport is there to accept it. Byra meeting Jakob right here. Soccer Sean from the corner. That's a big boost here for Shane, ready to get this one going off the wall now for Omen. A little bit lower. That'd have been one. Omen again! And Sunblaze can't get to this one. Davenport snatches the lead back.
Yeah, what a rebound off that wall. Shane just puts it up there, hoping somebody can follow up, and Noman says, I've got you. The one lead here from Davenport. Minutes to go.
Follow up. I know the leader. I know the leader.
Exactly.
Omen. Big boost on the way to take possession. About as good as it gets. Flipping, twisting, turning, everything aerial acrobatics-wise. It's not something we pay too much attention to when it just happens all the time, but really...
Right.
The aerial acrobatics that both of these teams have put on display so far are quite indicative of their SSL tags. That's a pinch for the ages. Call the lobsters.
Right? Jakob looks to get something here, but Shane...
Bad back pass.
Going away with it. Byra centers it. Omen not quite going to be fast enough to follow it up, so it goes to Soccer Sean, who sends it over to Sunblaze. Back to Soccer Sean. Going to be disrupted, though. Omen looking to chase it down, but Jakob gets there first. Unfortunately for them, as they are Demmer laser beam of a shot. Sunblaze, though, is there to keep it out of harm's way for RIT.
Speaking of laser beams, Sunblaze is going to be happy his car is still fully constructed after blocking that one. Jakob, Sunblaze, the 1-2 punch, and both of them in the same spot, hitting this one about as hard. Thought I was going to break the outsides of this rim right here.
Yeah, that was some Octane Rocket League right there, Ira. Keep it in play. A centering pass here. Nobody able to quite follow it up. And Blaze looking for a clear, but Omen with potentially an open goal. Soccer Sean at the last minute reads it.
Last millisecond on that one. Yakov looking for a run of their own, but can't maintain possession. Maybe a little nervy coming in again. Last time this happened, bad things happened for RIT.
They did. They don't want to see a repeat of that by any stretch of the imagination. 20 seconds left to go. RIT's got to put something on the board. Once this one is over, they almost did it right there. Yakov going to try again. 15 seconds left to go here. Shane going to send it upfield. It's back in control of RIT. Sunblaze looking to get a last moment. Something coming up, but the ball is being shot at RIT's goal. They're going to try and center it. It is in the air. Can Yakov make something happen? It's going to hit the ground, and Davenport comes away with the win. 4-1 today over RIT.
The upset here. The upset. We're going to have to try and sit down with a Davenport member after that one.
Yeah.
Shane just absolutely dumbing out right here. Omen meeting them. Byra. Big shout out to the trio of players here. Series winner is your Davenport University at a 4-1 score line. A second non-sweep right here. Looked like RIT had a little bit of faith, a little bit of something going, a little momentum coming out of game number 4, but it was all for naught.
And congratulations to Davenport. We are going to throw it to a short break here in a few moments, see if we can't get an interview going. But, yeah. I mean, what? RIT almost turned that around, right? I mean, got to give props to them. Kudos to them. A great showing, but it wasn't enough to stop this juggernaut that was Davenport today.
Yeah, if you take one of these 4-0 sweeps off of game 1 and 2 and just, literally just Control X, put it somewhere else, just delete it from the memory banks or something like this, I don't think this would go down to a 4-1 again. I just think that Davenport took a little bit longer, RIT, took a little bit longer to go forth and just read out Davenport, and based on what they were doing here, and based on what exactly it is that they needed to do, and you just simply can't take 10 minutes to do that. A lot of times you're talking about like the first half of a first game. Unfortunately, RIT takes 2 full games, no scores on boards whatsoever. 2 4-0 shutouts right there pitched for Davenport against RIT, and that is just simply too much. We'll be back. Very short break, folks. Hopefully sitting down with a member of Davenport, but one way or another, we'll be back to you guys close out and let you go know what to expect Overwatch-wise in about an hour. Back in just a second. Hello and welcome back, folks. A short break it was indeed because we keep our promises here at the Naystar League. I'm FBI Tugboat. I'm here with my man Juggle God, and we got Byra on the horn with us after the match to come give us a little slice of the mind, a little minute of the time. Byra, how are we feeling?
Really good, really good. I'm proud of how the boys played today.
Oh yeah, let's jump right into this one. Now, you know, I'll admit, I'm surprised that we saw 2 full games of RIT 4-0. No score on board by them whatsoever, and you guys with a very, very definitive lead. Just put simply, how did this happen? Right? It seemed like this series got like a lot more close towards the end, but not 1 but 2 4-0s across game 1 and 2.
Before the series, we kind of just talked amongst each other, and we stated what went wrong and what went well in them in the regular season, and then we just tried to apply our aggressive play style in the first few games.
I like it. Obviously, you found payload, right?
Yeah, it certainly paid off. Now, we are headed into the brackets here very shortly. Not a whole lot of room for error coming up, and I just gotta ask, what are your expectations as we move and dive further into the playoffs here in the Naystar League?
Going into playoffs, we really are gonna take things one at a time. We don't really want to get too ahead of ourselves, but we have high hopes for our results into this tournament.
I like it. I like it. Eyes in the future, but nothing specific here from Byra. I like it. Now, question, because as we know, your squad, Davenport, I believe you're sitting in your esports arena as of right now, right?
Correct.
Yeah, to like the training facility. I want you to talk to me a little bit about the program, esports-wise, over there at Davenport University, and perhaps some cool stuff that I've done recently, or maybe some cool stuff they have on the horizon here, Byra.
Overall, it's a really good program. We carry a lot of bodies here, and this is the big year for the Rocket League team. We've had a huge upcoming, and we're all proud of all the progress you're making. We actually went international for the first time in our program's history, so that was nice.
I love it. I love it. International competitions. This is what esports can do, people. This is what esports can do. Byra, at this point, as we know, no dub is taken alone. I want to ask if you have any shout-outs, sir.
Obviously, I want to shout out my director, Colin Graham, and then shout out to my teammates, Omen and Shane. Love you guys.
There you go. The director and the teammates. Love it. Byra, thank you for coming on in and give us a minute of your time after the match to kind of get a look inside the mind and inside the esports program of Davenport. We will look forward to having you back in the interview box, but only if you win, because we only have winners in the interview box. All right. Yep. There you go. That always gets a laugh. I love it. Juggle God, we're looking at some Overwatch action a little bit later today. I believe that's starting in about an hour.
10 minutes actually. I think we got 10 minutes.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I gotta make a quick lunch here because I'm gonna be going with that too. Gonna be picking up LaFon along the way. So thank you for joining me. It's been a blast casting with you. It's been too long, my friend.
That it has. Catch you guys on the next one. You'll be back with Juggle God and Overwatch in a minute.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the stream. We have Overwatch 2 coming your way now after some exciting Rocket League 3 games ahead of us. My name is Warren Jungle God Hammond, joined on the mic again by LaFon. How are you doing today?
Doing pretty well. I mean, it was a pretty exciting stream to start off with, but now as we get into the Overwatch portion of the broadcast, we got to talk about the meaning of these games, right? These are not sort of run-of-the-mill everyday expectations. We do have you know, something to play for. These are the conference kind of championships at this stage. So games that if you win, you kind of move on to the playoffs proper and really lock yourself into position for those final games.
Yeah, and if you lose today, you're gonna be you're not out of it yet. You are gonna have a chance to come back into it with the last chance qualifiers. But why don't we take a moment to look at the schedule of matches for today to start things out.
Up first, I mean, the other thing to highlight here is that the teams that we have available to us in these 3 games are teams that have barely lost, right? I think between all 3 teams, we've lost something like 3 games at most. But yeah, we start off with Blinn College versus RIT. Blinn, a team we've seen a ton over the regular season, now coming into the playoffs, really trying to cement themselves in that position. A flawless run to this point, 7-0 is their scoreline throughout the regular season, and RIT not too far behind.
No, with a 6-1 scoreline. Up next, we're going to be checking out Boise State and Edgewood, followed by that, Bryan and Trenton College, Virginia, and Shenandoah University. So, a lot of excitement coming our way, but let's dive a little bit deeper into Blinn versus RIT, because like you said, I mean, Blinn is probably one of the schools we are most familiar with on stream so far, and this is a team that loves to run their brawl, but they can flex to whatever, and they've shown that time and again.
Yeah, this team, one thing about Blinn that I think they've certainly taken pride in recently, over this last season anyway, has been the improvement they've made as a roster. You know, we've talked about their backline a ton of times. It has been an upgrade for them, but realistically, I think the biggest upgrade is that flexibility that you highlighted just moments ago, because now they're no longer a one-trick team or a team really designed around one player. It is a more flexible roster. Now, as we flip over to RIT, I mean, not a team to be, you know, you kind of have to pay attention to them. You can't just let them, you can't just think they're going to be an easy win, because they've proven a lot of teams wrong in the past with that particular aspect of it. And you know, here in the conference championships, this is where teams can really surprise you. The growth of the regular season, you know, this is not the same team that we saw 7 weeks ago.
No, it's certainly not. These teams have definitely adapted throughout the course. Excuse me, throughout the course of the season. And RIT, they're a team that prefer kind of the dive and spam composition, so I'll be curious to see if that's still the case, right? That was what we saw from them last time they were here. So as we head into Lijiang Tower, no surprise there, it'll be, yeah, just curious to see how these two teams stack up against each other and what kind of adaptations we see throughout the course of these sub maps.
Absolutely. And I mean, this has been, you know, one thing to highlight for Blinn College specifically is that 7-0 also comes with a map scoreline that is pretty hefty, you know, not losing, you know, even in the maps where it's perhaps considered quote unquote close, still went out in the end. So Blinn, I think, very much the favorite in here in this matchup, you know, even though, even looking just beyond that 7-0 compared to 6-1, you have to also realize that at the NACE Star League, every win or every loss rather is almost exponential in its approach in terms of importance, right? So a 4-2 team is significantly less likely to win against a 7-0 team, just based on, you know, kind of the head-to-head matchup. So yeah, Blinn absolutely walking in here as the favorite in this series.
Yeah, and I mean, nothing I think would make me expect otherwise, given what we have seen from them so far this season. RIT definitely has their work cut out from them. They can certainly come away with a win here today, but they are absolutely going to be fighting an uphill battle, I think. Like you said before, Blinn College definitely going to be the favorites coming in here. We're going to take a couple of extra minutes to get into the map, though. So let's talk a little bit more, again, just because we've seen so much of Blinn, right? Let's talk a little bit more about that, because one of the hallmarks, I think, of their team has been Jinja for a very long time, a very kind of hyper-aggressive tank. And some of that aggressiveness, I think, has been tempered a little bit, right? They've been able to raid this player in just a little bit, and honestly, with the backline, like we mentioned before, and Knuckle Bunny and Hutch coming in, that certainly helped kind of enable Jinja to play that way. to play kind of this hyper-aggressive style, but kind of learning where the line is. I think that's been a big part of the success that we've seen from Blinn College this season.
Another thing that also helps, you know, if we're going to focus on Jinja for a moment, one thing that's a big pickup from him specifically is the fact that if you look back at like the sort of length of or the breadth of his experience, historically he was essentially just a two-trick, right? And I use that term somewhat loosely, but mostly known for the Reinhardt, mostly known for the Winston. Beyond that, not a great level of gameplay at the competitive level, right? I would argue that, well, maybe Jinja would disagree with me, would say that no, I had those heroes in my hero pool. That did not really bear out in play though, and so I think the other part of sort of this is when we talk about the team sort of being elevated beyond just the show of the tank player, I think that's also freed up Jinja a little bit to be able to flex into some of those other roles that historically hasn't always been afforded to him, right? So this has been a team that, by elevating their backline, by elevating their whole team, has allowed their tank player to get ever greater heights. And I think that also is something to address as well. It's not just that they've opened up, they've taken away the need for their tank player to kind of micro everyone. They've given space for Jinja to work on his own mechanics as well, which has really helped them in kind of the greater scheme of the game. But you know, for RIT here, on the other hand, on the other sort of flip side of things here, it's been a case of a team that I think came in surprising squads. I don't think anyone really expected RIT to be as dominant as they were. I think their performance is not unexpected. I think the way they got here was. A lot of times kind of holding out teams that, you know, you expect them to try to take points, take maps. RIT shut a lot of teams down in ways that were off the back of that up-tempo style that we highlighted earlier. Yeah, just a tremendous showcase of the growth of this squad.
It certainly is. I mean, this is a team, honestly, that I think a lot of people were expecting to be kind of good, but on like kind of the good end of middle of the pack, right? Something like a 4-3, 4-2, 5-2 kind of record. But coming in with 6-1, I mean, that is a significant difference, right? That is definitely one of the top performing teams here. And like I said, they've always been good, but this spring split, they are starting to look great. So I think there's a lot of expectations as well, kind of afforded to RIT after this season, right? Yeah, regardless of how they place, regardless of how well they do, I think this is a team and a squad that is on the up and up. They're on the rise, and they're just going to be looking better and better as time goes on. So I'm excited about this spring. I'm excited to see what they bring. I think they've got a chance to make it pretty deep into the playoffs. But even further than that, I think this is a team that's going to be showing up in a bigger and bigger way in years to come.
Indeed, indeed. Well, we'll get into the action in just a moment. When we return, games continue.
Hello, everybody. Technical issues have been sorted out. We are here in Lijiang Tower. First game between Blaine College and Rochester Institute of Technology here for the conference championships of the NACE Star League.
Getting set for round number 1 as we get into this game itself. And I mean, no surprises here. Rochester, RIT continue to run their wrecking ball composition, one that they've been most expected to execute on, whereas Blaine College has the rush that we kind of expect them to kind of go for here.
And Blaine College going to be on point to start things out. This is to be expected as well. RIT with this composition going to be looking to kind of surround point and pick it apart from the outside in. First position going to be given over as well, most likely to Blaine College. But with Vader going down, Blue Jay able to get them off the map. It is not a foregone conclusion. But a contest coming in as well. Asshole trying to get in some damage from above. Blue Jay finds one more on Swift. So this initial hold here that Blaine College had has fallen by the wayside, and RIT should come away with a point as long as they finish off these last couple of picks.
Indeed, as we get into the fight here, I mean, Vader picking up Asshole, but they'll be resurrected, no problem. Blaine College going to make a couple of changes here, I think. Yeah, they're going to go over to the Winston, sort of play a more aggressive style here into likely trying to find and isolate a single target. The problem, of course, is that the issue, like trying to get this far out of the skies with just the Cassidy is going to be really, really tough here. So Vader absolutely have their work cut out for them.
Yeah, they really do. That's going to be their primary duty. Buddy, though, going to be helping them with Essel does go down. Hutch is able to get the pick onto Mercy too before the res comes in. Blue Jay finds themselves off the mat, so that's going to be a quick reset here. Rochester will have to come back in a moment.
A quick reset coming into this one as we get set for. Well, I mean, Blaine College trying to go for the hold at this point. I mean, pretty low pressure from Rochester at this state of the game.
Yeah, and we're going to be heading back to us for just a second. Got a couple of issues we're working out on stream here for a moment, but right now RIT pushing back in. We'll see how that develops here over the next couple of minutes.
Yeah, I mean, obviously want to make sure the game is as competitive as possible before we get into the action. And so just getting a sense of what we're going for there. But so far, I mean, nothing really surprising in this setup. The opening from Blinn makes sense. They are known for that kind of rush, and then going over to once the Farah that the wrecking ball that RIT is most known for comes back in. I don't really think there's much you can do. I don't really think there's much that you can do for if you're playing the Reinhardt. With that being said, though, Jolly God, we are going to go to a quick break. When we return, the action continues once more as we get set here for conference championships in Overwatch 2.